right?
Yep. She vanished, yeah.
There's a missing girl?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we were using, we bought an orphan.
We bought a girl.
We bought
a kid.
We bought an orphan.
To lure the unicorn in. Yeah. And then Baldric wanted to kill Ash, and so picked Ash up and started just like ramming his dead body into the horn of the dying unicorn.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright, so he got a cursed item, and the item was slowly turning
He has
into
a
some kind of
staph
demon or
infection.
whatever. He had a staph infection, and the only way to cure him was to have him killed by something that was pure of heart, so we were like, he could get killed by a unicorn.
And unicorns
Nice.
like little girls.
So, yeah, apparently unicorns love little girls. So, we decided to take the little girl to go find a unicorn so that the unicorn could kill him. Instead, he fucking pulled, we have this little orb, right? That if you look at the orb, it fucking hypnotizes you and you stare at the orb.
It's like a
Forever.
Oh, wow. Shitty.
So he pulled the orb out, threw it into the group of us. We all went. While he killed the unicorn.
Except Banana.
Except Banana.
Fuck that.
Who managed
So which
to come
one
out of the orb?
is this my little cat guy, or is that
No.
my cat guy?
So you're just the humongous guy with the red cape.
Imagine him, but as a cat.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Warhammer Day.
So basically,
That's a pretty sweet one.
we tried to stop him. He cut one of the legs of the unicorn off. The unicorn climbs into the thing. We did eventually, after this big fucking epic battle, Wyla shot him in the fucking head with an arrow and killed him, which was our goal. Well,
knocked me unconscious.
knocked him
This
unconscious.
which is an
Yeah,
important
this is
thing now.
where it got fucked up. Is so he got knocked unconscious, and then our warlock Malarkey ran up and kicked him in the head.
Okay, that's you?
Essentially
Which killed him.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
So we didn't know he was dead. So Baldric, my cleric, went and picked him up, and then just started jamming him onto the horn of the unicorn, and then we pulled him out. And I resurrected him, and then he turned into a fucking gigantic demon lord.
That started
that's
floating
where
up
we
into
ended.
the air, and
You
his
need to get the
demon
bag of
sword and the
away
staff
from
had
this.
just like
He
came
already
into
took
his
the bag
hands.
of holding. Somebody took the
I
bag
have
of
the bag of
holding.
holding.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
He transformed.
I was thinking about that earlier.
Yeah, he's gonna leave with all our treasure.
So is
No way, I'm
this
getting
you
paid.
then?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Pay for your
Oh
coffin.
shit, yeah.
Take for my
That
girl.
guy. I know he's not totally finished.
Oh, dude,
but-
that's so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is Ash now.
Yeah. That's
So now he's resurrected as like sort
That's
of like
pretty
a demon lord
yeah.
with a crazy staff.
So our
and
plan
sword
to have him
together.
killed by the unicorn did not work out well. That's the short story.
Gotcha.
Aren't you glad you lost your eye for nothing?
Yep,
Hey.
so
Before things kick off, by the way, that character sheet that you sent me, not character sheet, but the thing you sent me last week,
Yeah.
is that all available to me at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 'Cause right now you're a conduit to that demon.
Okay. Perfect.
Uh-oh.
That's what you got revived as the conduit to that demon.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, that you guys are alive. I'ma fucking die.
I think we're all
We're all gonna die.
So
This has
Right.
been a fun campaign,
It
guys.
has been, really.
right
Rest in
before
peace, everybody.
we ended last time, you cast a spell and you threw the orb at.
No, we ended on me holding the orb. Oh my god, I'll wait another hour. I wrote it down.
Squinting?
Oh, you're just holding it. You're not.
I'm
You
holding it with my bedroll over it.
okay, but you haven't thrown it in.
No, I went to grab it because.
Okay, as far as I thought it, John, I thought you were totally slinging it up at him.
you grabbed your bedroll to.
Yeah, you said I'm gonna throw the orb at his head, and he said I cast.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure.
Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
Okay, yeah.
That one thing I do.
Fine. I threw the orb at his head.
So yeah, the last place where we left off, the unicorn was left in an ambiguous place. You couldn't. It wasn't dead because you tried to revive it. But
I
it
did,
wasn't dead.
yeah.
But it wasn't mobile. It wasn't really talking to you guys. It seemed to be in this sort of stasis.
No, it did a little bit. It screams.
It did have it. Yeah, that's right. You did hear screaming in your head.
Yeah.
And
Which
the
was
leg
also
was severed, so
Yeah.
now it's kind of floating in the pool.
Yeah.
The moonlight
The leg?
is
Yeah.
still high in the sky, like shining down on all of this as you guys are like surrounded by this strange foliage. And after reviving Ash, he levitated up into the air. The staff return to his hand, and his demon sword return to his hand as he's raising up into the sky. You throw an Eldritch Blast at him, and you throw a ball at him, and you all rolled initiative, and now Ash is first on the initiative.
God damn it.
So,
What did I roll?
I put Pokey last because it was the NPC.
So you rolled a nap.
But
I rolled a
you know what?
natural 1, huh?
Since you're
Pokey's
playing him,
been
go ahead
super
and roll.
helpful.
I'll
I'm
put you in
stepping
the
on my
initiative.
tail.
You know what? Roll initiative.
15.
15.
Plus your-
Okay, that doesn't put you last.
Plus your what is it? Dex bonus? Plus 4.
Oh, initiative plus 4, so 19.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do some motherfucking kitty kung fu on this bitch.
All right, so top of the order, Ash.
Let's have a little fun.
Catch the ball.
Raw, you promised you'd help, right?
Little sacrificial wine. Anyone?
I mean, this is not bad at all.
This is pretty bad.
No, this is good. You said you'd help, right?
I said that I would help you get rid of your staff.
Hey, we don't need to get rid of it anymore, but I'd still like your assistance, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Dominate Person on you. You have advantage, but the DC is 23 on Wisdom, so...
Oh shit.
So roll 20 then?
Yeah.
8.
You've got.
No, you
You have
can
advantage
You have
because you're
advantage.
hostile.
Right. Okay, and then what am I adding if I add anything?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
And you're still raging because you never left
But-
the battle.
Since you
Yeah.
only have a +2, you have to roll a 20.
18.
Close.
Nope.
20.
You're on my side. And specifically, Raw, if you'd like to help me out, as
Is
I
that
know
an
you-
enchantment?
It's a spell. As I'm sure you still do want to help me.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Start throwing our companions into the well. If they resist, feel free to chop them up a little. And I'm going to hover down, and with my bonus action, I'm going to grab the unicorn leg.
The severed one?
Yep,
The haunch?
yep,
All right, and is that everything?
yep.
So as that happens, as this demon sort of communicates and casts this spell on Ra, the ball and the Eldritch Blast meet in the air, right where his body was before he jumped down. And the blast hits the ball. Let's see, you're here and you're here. So it hits the ball, actually, right over here into the pond.
What the fuck is that?
The orb.
That's a why.
It's a wee
So
little
it just
tiny die.
plop, goes into this like placid pool that the unicorn's sitting in, and it just like creates these ripples and this almost sort of like vortex where you can see down to the bottom. You can't actually see the ball, but you can see this twirling vortex
Well,
at the
that's
bottom of
good.
the pond where the ball sits. Malarkey, you're up. And after Malarkey is Banana.
Wait, so that shit was out loud?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hit Raw with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Oh,
That's probably a miss.
that's an 11.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Ra.
Alright.
That's
What?
an 11 against you.
Oh, do I roll this?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's your
Your
armor
AC.
class.
Oh, 16.
Yeah,
So.
misses. And then roll again. Because it's a 2-shot.
Casting it again. Alright.
That's an 18.
So
That's
it
a hit.
hits.
Alright, roll
And then
damage.
1d
And I.
plus 5.
You
That's
can,
only 9.
each time you take damage, you can make another roll, but you still have to beat a DC 23. So,
So make another roll.
so
Nine.
if you,
To
if you
see
get
if
a
you're
crit,
still under
if
the
you get a
spell.
crit, you're out of it. But
Oof.
Do I roll twice still?
no,
Just once.
no.
No, you're still under the spell, but also you only take half damage because you're still raging.
So, those
4.
times. Okay.
Raw, they're hurting you, but if you put them in the well, they won't hurt you anymore. And we
It's a
can be
pretty
friends
sweet
again.
little book there, man. I like your
Don't
book.
worry.
Yeah, so from your hand you do
I
your
got
finger
you.
I
bang,
don't
you got the
use
thing
it
again. You like throw out your hands and point over at Raw. Seeing that her eyes are kind of glazed over with this magic spell, and you kind of like pew pew. The first magic comes to your hand, and Raw just deflects it.
Is
with
that
her axe.
canonical?
Both hands,
Please
the
tell me it's
second one comes
canonical.
like ringing in and hits her in the face.
With your Eldritch Blast.
100%.
Yeah.
My queen.
Are you
He's
gonna
our
use your movement?
charismatic warlock
Um,
of Cthulhu.
yeah, I'm gonna move to the other side of the well.
Does
Okay.
the blood stop chasing him?
Banana, you're up, and
Yeah,
Pokey
you have
after
the-
that.
Yeah, the blood's
No.
chasing me now. I'm
Yeah.
happy about it.
Yeah, you got the staff back somehow.
That's right, it sword to me.
Yeah.
Whose turn?
Fuck, man. I don't know what to do at all.
Shoot him.
Just off yourself.
Banana, you can just join
We're
me.
ahead.
Off yourself.
Well, we're ahead. Man.
Off
Fuck it.
myself.
I don't want him to kill me.
Banana, we were a team. You can just be on my side. If you throw yourself in the well, it won't hurt you.
I don't know.
If you throw yourself
Oh,
in
don't
the
you
well, is that
believe
what
him? Sweet.
I'll leave you alone if you hop in the well.
Shoot him.
I think I'm going to take a sip of my unicorn water.
All right, yeah, you pull out your flask. You chuck down some of the water from the beautiful placid pool that you saw, and roll 2d4.
It's actually just unicorn urine.
Either way.
Water from the unicorn.
Unicorn water. It tracks.
Wow, is his D4 better than mine?
Apparently.
7.
That's how many
Yes.
hit points you regain. Are you going to use a bonus action or movement or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little farther away. I'm gonna move, yeah, towards that open corner. 15 only because I'm exhausted.
Are you going to use any of your bonus actions?
I think I'm gonna get my longbow out.
All right. Next is Pokey and then Rock.
That's you.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
This is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Buddy?
Are we trying to kill him, or?
Yeah,
Well,
he's not great.
He is a demon lord.
But
Yeah.
isn't he part of your party?
Not from
Not,
He used
not
to be.
anymore.
He was last session.
He,
Just
he
like
was last
possessed.
session. Now he's a
According
demon
to
You've
lord.
already
me-
been cued into the fact that I've rolled up another character.
According to me, he
Ross
is,
on my team.
he is
Pokey,
still
listen.
doing the right thing.
Pokey.
Yes, apparently.
Pokey. Let's let
Yeah,
the past be the past.
you two hate each other.
Let's let the past be the past.
What's your
Yeah,
armor
you
class?
guys
Not
hate
great, he's
each
a wizard.
other.
Oh,
Who
yeah?
knows? Who knows?
Who knows, huh?
Who knows?
Well, I'm gonna
Who
find
knows
out.
how well armored he is? On a scale of
shit.
1 to 20, I'd say about
Going
15
down.
now.
I'm gonna do. I get 2 attacks, so
Yeah.
give it a whirl. +7 to hit. That's not
I'll
bad.
pop my chest out.
20.
That'll hit. Yeah.
All right. And that's 1 attack. So D6 +4. So 9 there,
Good job.
and another 20,
Also.
Damn.
Killing it.
and another 9.
All right.
Nice.
I'll use a legendary action to take a swing at him with the.
Have you healed at all since I resurrected you?
No.
I was told what my
Does he
health
do
was,
anything?
and I'm not going to share it with you.
Okay.
From what you saw, when you revived him, like when the diamond dust went into him and he kind of floated up,
diamond dust.
you saw his skin like harden. You saw like his instruments of death fly back into his hands. You saw like this sort
He,
of
like,
lightning like
regenerated.
power that came from your god.
Dude, I
to
got
just
that unicorn
fill
blood.
his
I
body.
drank it. I feel a lot better now.
Wait, do you
It's
still
fine.
have
Seeming
the staff
to
in the
pump him
bag?
up even
No, it
bigger
flew
than it
back
was
to him.
before.
Yeah,
Oh,
it like
bag, which I'm
So how big is he?
Big.
Is he?
Uh,
Great.
So I'm gonna attack you with my sword.
Okay.
Let's see, what was the motherfucker called? The Wave of Sorrow, the Great Sword. So that's 18 plus a big number. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah,
that
you
hits.
hit.
So here we go.
Damn, I was hoping he would miss. I'd be able to use Hunter's Prey.
Well, this is our first time seeing Pokey fight at all. So.
Right.
17 slashing damage. Uh, 17 slashing damage and 10 poison damage. So 20.
I am
27.
not.
27 damage, huh?
Yeah.
Ouch. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, we can let the past be the past, brother.
Hey Mike, can you hit me with the pencil?
Chuck these guys in the well, we'll be solid.
Pass it down the way.
Unsharpened.
Or a pen, anything. So yeah, as pause for the go.
Comedy.
This is such good pencil sharpening
What happened
music.
to my red sharpener?
This is the sound the wave of sorrow makes.
I don't know what happened to it.
Oh god.
I have one too.
chainsaw?
It's like a chainsaw.
Is there still my
Thank you.
my
Ooh, that
silver
was
pencil
spicy.
sharpener?
in the
All right, so Pokey, as you
Oh,
run up to what was formerly Ash, you see him turn towards you.
The
with his
wizard
staff and
formerly
his sword,
known as
and you
Ash.
see this like black smoke kind of like steaming off his like pale, peeling skin
Okay.
that looks almost like armor. There's a black smoke coming from his eyes, and this reddish black glare like turns into your face. You come up, you run up fearless, your cat instincts cutting right through his armor. He doesn't seem to move much, but you just go hitting all the right spots, cut into his bicep, chip off a piece of his shoulder. You don't see it as much, like there's blood as you see it, but another black puff of smoke comes flying
What
out.
were you attacking me with, by the way?
Short swords.
Short swords? Is there anything unique about the short swords?
Doesn't appear that way.
Okay, just curious.
I think Ash.
And as you do, like, as you come back with your second hit, he sees the open spot and he pulls out this huge black sword that's glowing red in the center with a black mist and just cuts right into you, like some of your fur coming off as it goes into your armor. It cuts off the armor from the chest and like cuts deep into your shoulder, and you feel this wound festering with a black pain. Raw, and then Baldric.
He's already
So-
down 19, so
It's the same mystery.
Raw, go ahead and put Wyla in your well for me, if you
Just-
don't mind.
gang up on that
What?
Go ahead
motherfucker.
and put Wyla in the
Get
well
up behind him and shove a sword up his ass.
Alright, so I'm in my,
Good thing I'm
trance.
scared, little baby.
So I'm
You
gonna
scared me.
approach Wyla.
Is
to
it
put
only
her in
when
the
she
well.
takes
Scared
damage?
of what
or-
I'm gonna do to you if you don't go in the well.
Should I have to roll anything?
You would roll, well let's see,
It would
you're
be-
grappling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I'm
basically an
still
attack
in
roll.
Okay, so it's considered an attack.
Yeah.
What is this thing here?
That is the heroin orb. that we
It's
discussed
like-
The
earlier.
heroin
You
orb.
can hug me
It's
instead.
like the
You
one
can't
from,
help
like
it.
Lord of the Rings, you know, where
I'm
the
like
kid's
trying and
not
I'm
looking at
raging
it.
and I just
Oh,
like.
yeah.
I
So
love
if you
you,
actually
Wyla
look at it, if you
crying while
don't
he's
make the
doing
DC, then you end up staring at it, like seeing something that you're not quite sure what you're gonna find.
So you keep staring at it until you find it.
Gotcha.
You don't ever find it. There's a dragon in there. You
Yeah,
just have to keep trying to
so I
find
roll
it.
for
DC
what?
save is like
You roll
Chasing
the
the
hit
dragon.
to see if you beat her armor class.
I got a
Okay.
five.
Nuts in there.
I could just get one
roll
more
a
hit.
So I hug her
You're
instead.
rolling
If-
it high.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you roll
Roll
twice.
twice.
Also, isn't a grapple is strength versus strength?
16.
Yeah.
Alright.
My armor class
Strength.
is 16.
But do I add my.
You add your plus 5.
Yeah, your strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
My strength is 5 plus 5, so 16 plus 5.
Okay,
So
well,
21.
uncanny dodge.
Swoosh.
Is that a reaction?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm rooting for you, like, above table.
Alright.
I mean, I'm rooting for all of you. I'm
Alright.
gonna have fun.
So she dodges me.
Yeah, you went up to
Cheetos, bro.
So you're trying to stuff me in the well?
The well might be a
Yeah,
great
so
spot.
To
Raw,
be fair, I think the well is probably a safer place.
you run up to grab her and you do get like a small
Cheetos?
piece of her garment,
Where?
and as you do, she almost seems to like shift out of focus and back into focus as her cape comes off. She grabs it, throws it back around her shoulders, and she just kind of whips back,
Her
and looks you in the eyes,
cloak of
readying herself for
billowing.
action.
No, Malarkey's got cloak
Cloak of
billow.
Oh, that's right.
Also,
But she used to, didn't
also
she?
above
did.
table, whenever he attacked me, I rolled for concentration checks on the spell that she's under, and I saved the spell.
What does above table stand for?
Like,
It's
not,
game?
not in,
Out
not
of
in
game.
Oh, out
character.
of
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, the spell that I have
So wouldn't
on
that
her
be
is
like under the
concentration.
table?
No, that's the shit that we talk about
That's
so
the
that
shit
Travis
deals.
can't hear
Under
us.
the
Yeah.
table.
Under the table, man.
Passing notes.
So, Ron,
Under
you're
the
gonna
table,
use
I
any
rolled
of your
a
movement
20.
speed.
Right?
Above
So-
table, it was a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my movement speed to get close to Baldric.
Aw,
All right.
No, I'm sorry.
like emotionally?
Yeah. You wish.
I'm gonna use my bonus
Okay.
action
there?
to wave at Baldric.
Yeah.
All right, Baldric, you're up, and after Baldric is Wyla.
Ooh, that was a bad move.
Is this where we were all standing when we ended the last session?
Yup.
Well, we've moved a little
You
bit.
weren't using the battle map, so it was all theater of the mind, but I put you guys where you would have been.
I'm not engaged with
You can hide behind that tree.
in combat here, right?
yeah,
I mean,
we
she
can
moved
fucking
into your
reach
space,
it.
so
And
in
she's
a way,
hostile?
She's
Yes.
hostile.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Hide behind
yeah.
Very.
I am in range.
I'm gonna slap Rob.
Just
You're gonna slap her?
Yep.
We're
I'm
trying to
gonna
bring you
snap
back.
out of it. And slap her
Okay,
in the
roll the
face.
hit.
19 plus, I don't, what would I add to that? Strength?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Alright,
even matter.
so 23.
All right, roll damage, and you roll another hit to see. Or you roll again to see if you stay in your state.
Crit
Ouch.
one? No, it's
Nice.
a good
You
thing.
actually are just
that's
like
that's
this now.
absolutely a bad thing. She's gotta. I mean, she's gotta break the DC.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got
And it's
I
got
got
to
a 20.
20.
it's a 23 wisdom
for damage.
save. So
Yeah.
What for damage?
I got
So we're just slapping her
What's
around
it
for
being
fun?
sharp?
No,
No, he's
to a
trying to
juice.
smack her
No, you
out.
just do
What's
one
that?
damage. I'm sorry.
Okay,
No, you're
I
slapping
was
with
gonna
your
say
hand.
it's just one damage,
well,
right?
Hey, you're not a monk.
A melee
I don't
attack. A melee
think.
attack without a monk is always flat 1 plus your strength.
5.
So a monk adds d4, d6, d8, d10 eventually, but like
Five
a
damage?
raw,
That was a hell of a
punch
slap.
is always a flat
What's
1 plus your strength.
2.
Right there? Okay. Did you round up?
Round down.
Down.
Listen, you can get Malarkey to kick her in the head.
He's really good at it.
He is.
Yeah. So
Ask Mark to be my
So
man.
Baldric comes up with this sort of like loving, confusing look, slaps you across the face, just full on bitch slap. When it happens, your face doesn't move, but like your eye patch slings off to the side, and your socket is revealed, your bloody, massive socket
And your blood.
that he'd previously healed.
Blind.
Under
I
revival
decided
again.
to cover my other
I
eye.
hope
hope
it
all the way
You
across
use any
the
other
nose.
actions?
Um, no, because I'm not.
Scared. I wish
Yeah,
you
right.
want to all know
Away
the
from me?
initiative
You don't have an
order.
action to disengage.
Yeah,
I like to
exactly.
be ready because I
Above
take
table.
way too long.
You're not gonna ready
It's
yourself.
fine, it's fine. We're all learning. I'm learning to DM, you're
Jump
learning
in the well.
Okay.
You're learning to move your
If
ass.
you go in the well, I'm not gonna hurt you.
So Wyla, you're up, and then after Wyla
Just
is
thought it would be
Ash.
cool if you all
Okay,
went
well
along.
now I know. Oh, I'm the last. Okay, I'm the last
All the
one.
cool guys are jumping in the well.
I'll consider it. We'll see how it goes.
This is kind of comforting, not having to play the game.
Yeah, you're just like referee.
Yeah, at this point.
This is
Okay.
why I actually think PvP
These are
PvP is kind of
trees,
fun.
right?
Yes, those are.
Yeah,
Those
Okay.
are those thin aspen
Circular
trees.
grove.
No.
Birch.
you're
Sorry,
super
birch.
sneaky. You're super sneaky.
Gotta get up on my
small.
trees here.
Yes.
Really
Thank
thin
you for
aspens.
the encouragement, Baldric.
How thin are they? What color is the bark?
The bark is white with a little bit of black.
Do the branches have anything on them?
They do.
I'll
They have
tell
the
you, I just
fall-colored
rolled a-
leaves.
I tried it
orange,
too,
yellow,
just
and
kept
See,
red.
going
that's why
with
they're. See, you see that he even colored them.
I see that.
Which is
The width is
interesting.
about the width of a.
Is
actually
there enough room for me to hide behind one and change my clothes?
Absolutely.
He's thought it out.
Listen, man, we're all friends here. You gotta hide behind shit to change your clothes.
We've seen
We
you
played with this
grooming
one guy.
yourself.
We played with this one guy, and you would not believe.
Oh, the
I mean,
details he
Jesus
wanted.
Christ, man. We were in a huge town, and all he wanted to do was change out of the outfit he was in into a different outfit. And he's like, well, is there anywhere that I could change clothes? And I'm like, yeah, sure, man. Just go find a place. And he's like, but where? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe behind that building over there. Well, is there an alleyway to get to the building? Are there any trees I can hide behind? How big are the trees? You know, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, just change your fucking clothes!
Playing Tobias Buke.
Yes.
Never nude.
Yeah.
So, Wyla, what you doing?
So none of my sneak
29.
attacks will work.
Pew, pew.
Jump in the well.
But like,
You won't know unless you try.
okay, well, wait.
But what if you get a
Who brought the
20 beats a
cookies?
29,
They
right?
made him.
Did you make them? Oh wow, that's impressive.
He's
Those aren't easy.
I still have my.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I still have 50 feet of hemp rope. Since I can't. I have a weird hunch that I can't use my sneak attack on Ash because he's a demon lord. I don't know why he's telling us to go down the well so much. Either he's trying to keep us safe or there's something fucking down there. Is it possible for me to scale the well with 50 feet of rope?
Fuck yeah.
Alright, I would like to do that instead.
Yeah.
Nice. The lowest like, fuck it, I'm
She's
going
just
down the
out.
wall.
I'm
All right, yeah. So you run over there.
I have time, that's
I'll
two.
let
That's
you know.
two things. That's movement and action.
As you're running over, you throw your rope, and as you're running towards it, it kind of like does this move where it whips around just like you want it. Grab it on the other side. You tie a knot. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh my god. So intense.
1.
Oh, shitty.
Yeah, you tie a knot.
I don't want to use this anymore.
totally fine.
I'm done with that.
You tie a knot as you're jumping. You're stepping up the stones, and you pull this way, confident that it's the correct knot.
So very
you
roguish
throw the
of
rope
me,
around
yes.
your waist, and you pull it tight this way.
And grab the wrong end.
You start falling down the well, and as you do,
Break your back.
the rope above you just drops down the well with you.
Good, good.
You
That's
take
okay.
There goes
Just had to
Violet.
not roll 1.
Oh, it's cool. You guys go. I'll be down there. Be cool. Be a party.
I just
That's
rolled,
okay.
like,
Way to rub it
you
in.
take 7.
It's like all you had to do was not roll a 1.
Did you fall in unicorn water?
No, as you hit the bottom of the well, it's dry and rocky, but spacious.
What's
We treated not tying as sleight of hand, and she has a +8.
Nice.
You just had to not roll a 1.
Right?
And I still have an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tie. Oh, fuck me. Okay, shit. I'm gonna tie.
I'm gonna tie more knots.
I have no idea. What is a piton?
It is something you use
That's
to
something
climb,
you can-
so you stick it in the wall and you punch
That's
it
what
in.
I thought.
That's what you got the hammer for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was either gonna tie the hammer to the end of the rope that I just fucking
Swing it.
Throw it up
and
in
throw
the
it
air
back
and have
over.
it come right
Oh my
back
gosh,
down.
You have
no.
enough for
I'm
one
sorry.
quick action.
Gotcha. Skip me.
All
That'll
right.
take too long. I'm dazed.
Next up is Ash, and then Malarkey.
I also am an idiot. I have feather arrows that I can use to just get
Uh,
that out.
I would like, in my large, beautiful demonic form,
Oh my
to
god.
extend my now very muscular arm forward, pick Pokey up by the throat, and begin moving him towards the well.
Okay, I don't want to be in the
Make a
well.
strength check.
Fuck.
Sorry. That's the way you do.
12.
No, it's because he told me.
I presume that doesn't hit.
Perception.
No. This is a grapple thing, I imagine. So I think it's strength versus strength.
So you
Yeah.
roll D20 add your strength bonus.
Yes, you're not gonna hit you.
20.
Oh, nice.
Man?
So,
He picks you up.
because you attempted to do what you did and you missed, and you're within 5 feet of me, I get a free attack.
Do it.
So.
Hit me. Pop my chest out again. This feels good.
20.
Jesus,
That
dude.
thing is permanently.
Can I have
13.
your D? Wait, that is the D20 that I like to steal. It's the dark red. It's beautiful.
7 more.
I don't like.
He's been rolling the green.
All right, so as he
Oh,
reaches out
never
towards you,
mind.
Pokey, you're like seething hate for Ash, and even though he's a demon now, you remember that he's a human. You fucking hate humans. And as he reaches for your neck, you just bulge it out like a Jack Pro wrestler. Just, you feel his like slimy demon hands like
I don't like
slide off, and as they do, you grab his arm and pull out one of your swords and just
Well, obstruction.
slashes, and he's puffing his chest out. It just like goes right into his fucking nasty demon
Nice.
armor, clinks off and cuts through his
Sick. Now that
bicep,
it's
and more
resting
black
there, I'll
smoke
never
kind of
see
fizzles out of his arm.
I'm sending.
That's where that one goes.
It's like rolling
I'm
a
sending you
marble.
a message, by the way.
He's gotta be hurting a little bit. I mean, because I've been fucking wrecking that dude. Y'all
Okay,
need
well,
to jump on it.
I'm about to come help, but
What? You're at the bottom of a well all fucked up. What do you mean you're about to come
I have
help?
more speed than you, probably, Pokey.
Right now you do, yeah, because he railed me for 27.
Ouch. Did you put your temporary hit points?
I'm down to 26
I
right
got,
now.
It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Some scratch
So are you
paper or
using any
something?
other of your?
I'll just erase it. Keep it right there.
I will just as whatever bonus action and extra time I have, reissue the command. Go ahead and plop down in that well, guys. It's completely fine. Leave me to do my thing up here. Maybe leave Pokey with me. And,
All right.
You guys will be fine. We can just let bygones be bygones.
I'm sure we
Malarkey?
can totally trust him.
You're up, and then after Malarkey, Maya. Bananas after Malarkey. So go ahead.
You're hiding now.
Honestly,
for sure.
you know what? The cards don't really seem to be lining up right about now, so I think I'm just gonna step into the well.
How are you gonna do this?
Right there.
Dude, you do realize that there's like 6 of you,
No, I don't mean like you can't.
and
I
I'm
mean,
the
like,
only
how
one
you
in this
tell me.
guy's grill.
I tried.
And you just comically stepping
See,
into the well.
we fought him last
You
I
time.
know,
dived in
like,
head
I'll be
first.
back.
I would like
He was a demon.
I
Try to,
guarantee
like,
I've taken him down
sort
at
of,
least
like,
a third.
drop and then
Yeah.
let
I'm
go with
about
my
to
Roll
hands.
up behind him.
Oh shit!
But
Roll
like,
for
get
dex.
like
Hey,
Roll with dexterity then.
I'll tell you. Roll insight. If you roll well, I'll tell you. Give you an idea
15.
of what's going on.
Add your bonus. Any bonus?
that's at it. Yeah.
Okay. I guess it would be the bonus would be under dexterity. What is it?
16.
Acrobatics. Add your
Uh,
acrobatics.
The things that you're doing
It's just
require
plus 2, so
effective.
15.
Okay.
I'd like them to be.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
you climb up onto the stone.
I'll
You
say I
grab
have
the wood
certain-
and you kind of
certain
swing towards
resistances
the
and
brick
immunities.
and sort
Okay,
of long and
but,
maneuvering
I
on the
mean,
way
you're
down.
still-
You go down.
I'm still chipping away at your hit
Take
points,
your-
man.
you're
I mean,
hitting
hit
damage.
points are hit
You're
points.
hitting me. I'm just telling you,
take
it's
1
not
point
as
of falling
effective as you
damage.
think.
As you hit the rocky
Whoa.
ground right next to Wyla.
He's still got hit points, man.
No, that's fine.
My
Keep
favorite
attacking
thing
him.
to
You
say
can cover our
see how this
escape.
shit plays out. Because honestly, he seems like not the type that we want to fuck
For
with.
now. There we go.
Right now.
And then
Is the girl
banana.
The girl
then
is in
Loki.
some fucking void. I don't even know.
Hopefully
You guys
the
thought she was at the bottom of the well.
Right?
I
Fuck.
mean, you haven't seen her down there. Though,
She's
so.
not.
It's Banana's turn.
I'm gonna shoot him with my
Ban,
longbow.
ban.
Is this little ball his?
It's the orb.
It's ours.
It's the party.
I original.
It's
but
mine.
And technically,
And
I
you
found it
can't
back
have it.
holding, so.
19.
We'll see about that.
Good thing
Actually,
I let the
doesn't
wizard have it.
Alright.
What are you
Actually,
attacking?
Meryl found it.
Banana?
when she
How
was
big
still
is it?
What? No, because I found
About
a
like
magic bag.
not
2
quite a
by 4.
basketball, but maybe a kid's basketball.
Crystal
By
ball
comparison to his eye sockets.
Larger.
Larger than his eye sockets, yeah. Like imagine a football but rounded at the edge.
Okay.
Alright,
Like a soccer ball.
All right, then.
Guys,
Also, you don't want to look
I'm
at
about to
you
see
don't
if
know,
a
maybe I'll
square
go
peg
skull
can
fuck
fit in a
or
round
axe.
hole.
Let me go. You don't know.
All right,
round
banana.
hole, round peg.
I tried to hit him, didn't hit. 19. AC
Yeah,
did
Oh, you
not.
shot with your
19
longbow?
doesn't quite hit me.
19 didn't hit him.
Alright.
I'm souped up, baby. I'm Demon Lord, bitch.
Are you
Let's
taking
go.
another shot or are you doing another action?
I can't. I don't think
Yeah,
I
I
can
have
take another
something
shot
for
unless I
this.
hit him first.
Oh. Okay,
No,
that's how that
you
works.
get 2 attack rounds.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you get 2 attack
Oh
rounds.
yeah, I do an extra attack. Yeah. Okay.
You should probably re-roll that on the flat surface.
God damn it, doesn't hit.
Alright.
Since
Bonus
she,
actions, movement, anything?
before she does anything else, Pokey's insolence is getting on my nerves, so I'm going to take another legendary action to attack him again.
A legendary action, huh?
Another.
Uh,
That's fine.
12 plus again
I'm
a very
gonna
large
piss in his
number.
fucking eyeball.
Is it more than 3?
It's much more than 3.
That's.
So secretive over there.
Yeah, I'm in DM mode right now. So it's 5. Hey, that's low numbers.
I would save the numbers so that they know what they're up against.
Oh, my hit bonus is 13.
Okay.
That's a big number.
So 25 is what.
Plus 6. So you take 14 slashing damage and low number again.
Does he hit it?
Yeah, 14 slashing, 10 acid damage.
So 24? Ouch.
I am gonna move 15 feet. That way.
Okay.
Diagonally. Up against that
Like
wall.
towards the well. They're
Yeah,
like
like kind of towards
5,
the
10,
wall.
15.
You at like
Yeah.
1 now? 2.
Close.
Okay.
Not quite dead.
Night, night,
Really
Pokey.
Not
kinda
quite.
did.
Pokey.
Hey,
I
welcome
thought
to
your
my
breath
whole
weapon was
life.
a bonus action.
The last couple
I
rounds.
can't use it.
Will this affect a demon lord too?
Well, that's what we would
Uh,
like to see.
it's possible.
It's an
None of us
save.
have anything that can actually hurt him.
Also,
Oh, it's a
Right.
saving throw?
I know
Yeah.
it looks like
Yeah.
a dice, you guys, but it's just a bead. Just a...
No,
So,
it's a lie. Yeah.
Next up is Pokey and then Rum.
How deep is this thing here?
We all stood in
Alex,
it.
you see, yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah?
in the whirlpool. It's about waist deep, but the whirlpool is expanding it out to the sides, and it's kind of overspilling. So if you go in near the ball, there's actually, like, you can walk on the ground. it's creating about like maybe like a 5-foot in diameter.
But if you look at the ball,
Yeah, I don't think I need to look at the ball in order to grab it. I mean, hand-eye coordination could take care of that for me.
Squint. Squint.
No, hand coordination.
Also, you've got like this cloak thing on. No, that might not be real.
I think I'm gonna run over and grab the ball.
Okay.
Are you gonna disengage?
I am.
Okay, good. I was just making sure. So that's an action.
And I'll pick up the ball. And then.
Without looking at it, you're just reaching down
Yep.
and scooping up.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and do a quick like. You can add your bonus to it, but do a quick. Would that be sleight of hand? It's kind of a tricky move, picking up a ball in the middle of a whirlpool of a pond.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it was the size of a basketball or a soccer ball, I don't imagine it would be very problematic. But I'll roll.
It's a really low DC, or it's a really low difficulty class.
6. What am I adding?
Just sleight of hand.
It's a dex.
So 10 total.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you scoop it right up without looking at it. You feel it in the palm of your hand.
And then I'm gonna pop back over here and just hold the ball up right in front of Skeletor's eyeballs.
All right. Make an intelligence saving throw.
18.
I presume that.
Your demon eyes are fixated on that. Alright, there's a little bit of ash actually that's coming through. As you look at the ball, your skin actually begins to sort of...
The weirdest thing about this is that I never actually got transfixed on this.
No.
Not
This is like
Ash
for
did.
My intelligence
done.
save. My intelligence save is lower now than it was before.
Yeah, so
Because
your
I no longer
skin
have
is actually
frequency.
getting a little bit more color. The blackness and redness of your eyes, and the smoke's kind of starting to curl in. It almost looks like there's a slight amount of humanity to you right now.
Suck it.
That's good.
Good job,
I have a
Coach.
question
You're
about
finally pulling your fucking weight.
Does that affect me? So like if he's
I probably
all
lose
warmed
concentration.
out.
Yeah, he can't
Yeah,
focus
that
on
would
that
make
spell
sense.
anymore, right?
Yeah, Ra's back.
I still got 2 people in the well.
So it's my turn now, right?
Yeah.
Not for long.
Cut his head
I'm
off.
afraid though if I he's totally distracted.
Yeah, cut off his head. Take your
Alright.
time, big swing.
But should I do like an act like I'm
I think you should go up and take his fucking sword away.
I wouldn't do that. I would take his head away.
Yeah.
Oh, but if we hit him.
Well, you know, that's my game.
I love the twist
That's
and
my
turns.
game. That's my game.
But if we hit
It is
him,
my game to
Alright.
chop off heads. So, I'm gonna go up and attack with my great axe.
From behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
from
sorry,
behind.
that was a cough. It sounded
No,
weird,
it's
but-
true though.
Alright, so you're running over here.
Yep.
Split his fucking skull open.
Alright, roll the hit.
The skull crusher.
Add an advantage, because he is...
And
Absolutely.
Transfixed.
And behind, anyway.
15.
Roll another
20.
buddy.
Advantage.
Just in case.
You're gonna hit.
Roll a nat. Roll a nat.
No,
Damn.
it's 11.
16.
But yeah, you hit.
Oh, sorry, it's like plus 9.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, she's barbarian.
That's just your first hit, too.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Hit.
Yeah, second.
Yeah,
hit,
you got 2 attacks.
Roll again. Roll again. Yeah. 9.
Plus-
Yeah, that second one doesn't hit. The first one hits.
Alright, so yeah, you run up behind him. Go ahead,
Is
roll
he
damage actually.
incapacitated?
That, which one is that?
Yeah, he's dazed at
12?
least.
I would say charmed.
Charmed, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'm immune to charm. By the way.
Oh, well then pick something else.
Yeah, but I'm happy to be incapacitated.
I would
Yeah,
be happy
there we go.
too, because I'm pretty sure if he's incapacitated, it's automatically a
It's a crit,
critical.
It's a crit. Melee attacks are a crit on incapacitated.
I should
Alright.
be
So we
the first
discovered.
one to hit.
Yeah, I know that one from
Yeah.
last week.
Alright, well, thank you,
Hard to
rules
forget.
keepers, and roll your critical hit.
1.5
Roll your critical
damage?
hit.
Or
Oh.
1.5 times damage? How does it work in this
Double
one?
your
dice.
damage.
Doubling,
Yeah,
doubling
double
dice.
dice.
The,
dice.
roll your magical 12.
Your
That
D12.
orange
your
one.
D12.
You're rolling for damage right now. You
Oh.
already hit. But
3
it's a
of them.
critical because he's
3?
incapacitated.
Yeah.
3. Because savage crits,
6.
your half orc. It's beautiful.
So Is anybody a healer? Because I could sure use some
Everybody's out
fucking
of
hit points.
spells.
Yeah, I have 0
Or
spell slots.
we just came
This
from
has been a
nasty
fucking-
ocean.
Our
Oh, yeah.
cleric's god is full of his shit, so.
Yeah.
Do I have any potions,
nine.
healing potions or anything? Or
No.
You can
He
call
might, as an
upon-
NPC, he might.
I don't know how Cthulhu works.
Here, monster.
But
How
he
much
probably
damage
doesn't
do you
want
do?
you to die.
Cthulhu doesn't care if I die.
I would
know
say
if
that you
Cthulhu
would have
doesn't
healing
exist.
potions
I don't
on you.
think
I didn't
Cthulhu
write that
doesn't
for someone to play, but
How much
him being a
damage did you
monster
roll?
hunter,
I did
especially
6, 9, and
specializing
5.
with whales now.
6,
I rolled
9,
so-
5, so 15, 20 plus your might
You
plus
have-
2. Plus, so 8, so 28. You did 28
Oh,
slashing.
that was good. 4 healing potions.
Well, it would be +5
what?
on
Just
each
1d8s
one
or
of the
1d6s?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the basic
D6.
one, whatever it is.
Plus 5 on each one, so plus 5 on 6.
Yeah.
No, not
Isn't it
an
on
each one.
all five?
No, because she was just rolling the hit die for the one hit. She only
Right.
hit you once.
Yeah.
No, twice. I hate you.
No, you missed one.
struck
Oh.
No, but
okay.
she crit. Oh, so the 5 is only added to the end.
One.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
because
like
it's
your
on a single
t-shirt,
hit.
dude.
The
Pretty
6,
cool.
because
Did you
8.
see his
Yeah,
t-shirt, babe?
6 because of the
It
magical
says
weapon.
chaotic
Yeah.
neutral.
28.
I like to keep all my options on the
And it's
table.
magic, so
Pretty sweet.
Jumps in a well.
Yeah, actually, yeah, true.
Alright, so how much damage
28,
was that?
28 slashing.
Alright.
Blam, right to the noggin.
Before,
Take that.
how are you feeling? Or how is your character looking?
Fantastic.
It can't be
feel
fantastic. You've
great.
taken at least 60 points of damage.
He's
Alright.
giving us
Amen.
hints.
So,
you think I've taken that much
Hmm.
damage?
So, you come up behind a little bit distracted by the ball at first. You remember that you have to, like, take your gaze and sort of, like, just blink so you don't get captivated by the ball itself. And in doing that with the first attack, even though he's just standing there, comes by and swings right past his shoulder and then bring it back up in this sort of fuck you attitude. You come up and it goes right where it would go for his belly and, like,
This is for my
slices
eye, you
into
jackhole.
his side. Yeah. And you can kind of, like, see, like, a bit of his red as the smoke like comes flying out.
All right.
as well.
So there's something with the smoke. He keeps mentioning the smoke. So, you know, is there something we can do for smoke? Do we have a way to capture smoke? Do we have a way to pull smoke out of something? Does anybody have any bright ideas?
Fires?
We do.
Lit on fire.
Fire generally takes care of just about everything. Fire's
I
always
agree.
a good option.
I have a breath weapon, but I can't.
Are you going to use any more of your movement speed or any bonus actions?
I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna ready. That's it. Just ready myself for some more action.
Readying is an action, and you took your action. So if you're not going to move,
Oh.
it's a bonus action.
I mean. No, I'm just gonna stay put.
Okay. Baldric and then Wyla.
Sacred Flame. It's dex save, yep.
You can do that still?
Cantrip.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Noise. 2d8 radiant. I hope that matters.
It's got to.
2, 7, 7.
7.
Yep.
7 twice.
No, just 7.
Is he on
Plus
fire?
0.
Plus 0.
I'm gonna make sure I don't add anything extra to that.
I think if you're well, never mind.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check, Pokey.
Sounds
7.
about right.
Sounds about right.
Alright.
Seems to be right.
Then, oh yeah, I was playing Pokey with an Australian accent.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Shrimp on the bobby and all that, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So you're starting to have a recollection of what this smoke means, and it has something to do with demonic forces, but you're not quite sure yet.
Okay.
Um,
As a monster hunter, I mean, wouldn't I have some kind of possibly like some previous knowledge, or is there, have I ever encountered one of these or heard about one of these before?
You hunt snails.
I hunt snails.
Yeah, so what your expertise is monsters in the wild. This one's a little out of your element. This is a force that no one in this party has even come across.
We're like in the Feywild.
But there are like with the proper intelligence check, if anybody wants to make one, there are sort of there's literature about this kind of thing.
Who wants to do a literature check?
So Baldrick, are you gonna
I'd be great at that.
are you gonna do anything else? Or are you gonna do a
Yes, I would like to do a history check.
All right.
I have Arcana!
Yeah, go ahead and do a history check.
Where the fuck is history? There we go. With proficiency. Oh, cool. 8.
With the bonuses?
Yeah, I don't have any bonuses to intelligence at all.
Oh, I thought you were proficient.
I am. So I get a plus
Can
3.
anybody roll?
At an 8, I would say with your knowledge and your proficiency that
There's definitely some
Plus your
evil
history.
shit.
this reminds you of stuff you've read about Possession, and it seems that Ash is not quite himself, but might be something
Possessed by a demon.
something specifically from the Nine Hells.
Oh, cool.
Wyla, you're up,
I rolled 2.
and then you can roll on your turn.
Oh.
How about a religion check?
I got that.
Wyla, you're up, and then
okay.
Ash, you're after that.
That'll be my next one.
I am going to use.
Oh wait, you got hit, so you need to roll to see if you're still.
Not yet.
Trade it.
So keep. I know. I'm glad you had a plan ready, but I forgot about that. You need to roll an intelligence.
21.
No.
You've broken out of your spell.
Okay.
He got hit. So,
Oh, I'm just trying to think of what it took us before to break away from. I guess you were just having us
it's
roll.
an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
DC 20.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's all happening
You've
so
temporarily
fast.
snapped out of it.
I thought we had that last time.
I'm
Definitely
going to
roll for
use my grappling arrows so I can reach the top of the well. I
Oh shit.
am going to use sneak attack.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What do you mean?
So.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
How are you going?
What?
Yeah.
Longbow.
So go ahead and.
It'll never see it coming.
I'm just gonna set a DC for that, for it actually attaching to the top of the well. And you go ahead and roll against that
But
DC.
it's a grappling. I'm just kidding.
I know. That's why it's a low DC. So go ahead.
Oh, I have cure wounds.
So just.
You have cure wounds?
Roll a D20 and don't roll a 1.
14.
Poke's been
14.
useless
Oh,
this
yeah.
whole
Wait,
time.
it's a attack, so you're still rolling your bonuses
It's
too.
good though.
Yeah, so add your dex.
So
to
14.
shit.
You're
plus
over
8.
20. You're over
Jim.
20. Yeah, you're
It's
20.
good. Because they're good.
So potentially others could use
Good.
it.
Yeah.
It's sturdy?
So basically, yeah, it's a rope on the end of your arrow with like
What
this.
is so
So what happens is you're at the bottom of the well. You kind of look over at Malarkey, hinting like,
friendship.
you shoot the arrow up.
Yay!
As it goes up, it actually shoots through the wood at the top,
Sick.
and then out comes these like metal shards, whoosh, just slightly like little barbs come sticking out, and stick into the wood at the bottom of the arrow. Are you gonna use your movement speed?
What if I was like, that's it? No, that's all I want to do. Yes. I mean, I'm not dashing, so I don't have 60. So yeah, I'll use movement speed to climb out as sneakily as possible.
Okay, that will be.
Spider girl.
How much movement speed do you have?
30.
All right, that's all the way to the top.
I'd like to take another legendary action to destroy the orb with the sword.
Okay.
I'm like, you can just do that?
Interrupting. No,
We
I'm
should've
kidding.
done
He
that
just
at
is
the
allowed
beginning.
to do whatever
That's
the fuck
17
he
to
wants.
hit.
17 to hit.
The orb is your.
Do you have to
Yeah,
look at
hits,
the
roll
orb to do
damage.
that?
What's that?
Roll
Do you have to
damage.
look at the orb to do that?
Not
Wait,
aiming.
is he not still entranced? Because
If
in
he's
his
not
head-
looking at it, though.
Oh yeah, if you're not looking at it, you gotta roll at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
Thank you guys.
At the bottom of the well.
Yeah,
Well,
17
not
still.
anymore. I just
Okay.
fucking threw a grappling arrow up there for us.
So from your peripherals, how much damage is that?
Fucking stopping that.
14 slashing and
You really want to send me
10
out?
acid, so 24
Get the
altogether.
orb?
So this happens at the same time. Wyla, after the barbs come out, it shoots and you go hoisting yourself, feet on the edge of the well, pulling yourself up. You grab out of the wood, and as you do, you look over and you see Pokey, who's just pulling back on this orb, kind of like squinting, keeping out of his peripherals, and you see like Demon Ash, his sword like comes up, just he's looking right at you, coming up out of the well, and he smashes right into the orb. It breaks like a crystal in half, and shards come flying out, and the two halves go down. The mist that was inside is gone, and it looks like two bowls just land on the ground. These clear bowls. There's like crystal shard pieces land around on the side.
Do all of the shards now have the same effect as the ball it did in when it's intact?
I'll have to look at it to see.
Yeah, you would.
Huh.
You would look at it.
I think so.
You did see the mist that was
I
inside
can't tell. I'm looking.
escape from it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any way to capture this?
So now it's Ash.
No.
Ash, you're up, and then after Ash is Malarkey.
So I don't get to shoot him?
Oh, do you still have?
Yes.
Yeah, you only get one action.
Yeah, he interrupted.
That's
You shot the roof. That was
Yeah,
an
we're
action.
still hurt.
Yeah, you shot through the roof and climbed all the way to the top of the
And
well.
I don't get a.
Bonus actions can't be used to attack.
Yeah, and
And
also
also say
no.
they are.
Sorry,
Quick action.
legendary actions just basically
And also remember-
intercede on someone's turn. That's the only time I can use them. So
yeah.
Gotta burn
Annoying.
those
Remember
things.
also-
How many of those
boss
can you
fight.
use though?
Because he
You've
can
done it
interrupt
3
any
times
one
already.
of us at any time.
Boss fight.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a
That's like how-
separate
Think of Ash as me playing a boss.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
not playing it.
yeah, I'm not a PC anymore.
Yeah, you
this
guys
is
are
a
fighting
boss
a boss
fight. This is
that
a
I
boss
don't have
fight now.
control over.
Boo.
It's very odd, I know. But I would be doing these things to you if he wasn't. If you think about it that
Yeah.
way.
Oh, you sweet child.
Still annoying, but yeah.
Ash,
Like those fucking minotaurs.
and then Malarkey. You decapitated those.
I know, but it was annoying.
Do you
It was
still have the
very
head?
annoying. Yeah, I still
Yeah.
have the head.
Just put
Well,
it over Ash.
Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do another dominate person on Raw.
Oh my god.
Raw. Before I do that, I'm actually gonna shape change. Would someone find the Ash figure for me?
Where did Ash go?
Become a medium humanoid creature. I'm gonna turn to you, Raw. Raw, listen. It's still me in here. I'm still good, okay? I'm trying to stop this, but I need you to kill Pokey. And then I need you to throw.
That does
and
sound like Ash.
then- right? I need you to
I
kill
believe
Pokey, and then I need you to throw everyone else in the well.
So I roll. Right.
Yeah, make an intelligence saving throw.
You got
Ouch.
advantage. You got advantage, but like.
So one more,
Crit.
baby.
You are killing me with those. Maybe find a new die.
I know.
4 plus 0.
I need that other one back.
Nope.
Alright.
Nope.
And
So,
then, and then I look at Baldric, and with my bonus action, I wave at him.
Can I, as a
He's
reaction,
taunting
wave back?
you.
Absolutely.
As a reaction,
I would
I'm
say
waving
your
back.
wave is always a reaction.
Perfect.
You
I'm
can use
just
it.
kind of lean over and be like,
Baldric has a.
May I have one of the cookies there?
no.
Oh my god.
They're great.
Yes.
They're really
So
good.
his character has a legendary wave. It
I
waves
just
at everyone,
wave at everyone.
no matter what.
Lane, do you want to
We
share
don't know
this
if you
with me
guys are
here?
getting blackberry or
There we go.
raspberry. It's a grab
It's a
bag.
Jim, I gotta
Macron.
use my old ones.
A raspberry macaron?
Yeah, he does have
cookie
raz.
that has coconut in it.
No, macaron, not a macaroon. Like the kind I
It's
bought
all
at the
Oh,
the
does it
airport
have coconut?
that I took to my dad's place. Do
Coconut. Almond flour.
you remember?
Almond flour.
Almond flour.
Raw, come on, help me out here. We don't like Pokey. Kill Pokey. Throw
I gotta
everyone
use
in the
these
well.
ones. With this one, I rolled a 15.
So, Malarkey.
Wow.
Okay.
And then after Malarkey, Banana.
So
I feel
so he's
so
got me
shitty
again.
and I can't
So
do
he's got me
anything.
again.
I'm gonna use.
You can
Yeah,
take
you
a
did.
nap.
I know
Yeah,
I
you didn't
need
make
to
the save.
so bad.
Oh, also, you need to remember you're taking all your
Gotta-
attacks
oh,
at disadvantage also.
Yeah.
Because you're 3 bucks.
Not even
I'm gonna use my
This is
movement
like the worst
Our rangers
case
to
are
scenario.
climb out of the well.
third level exhaustion.
You're gonna use
Which
your
is a
movement to climb
ranger.
up the
Yeah,
wall.
it's 30, right?
Yeah, it's your full movement speed.
So
So
disadvantage
you
on
climb up and get
everything.
to the top.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to give her the bag of holding, and I'm gonna use my action to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
That's it. That's my whole turn.
Alright.
It's a good turn.
You're giving me a
That is a good
12.
turn.
Yeah.
Alright, Banana and then Pokey.
Wait,
You
you
got-
you came out of the well too?
You didn't say they had to stay in the well.
Did you guys
said they
see
had to
what
go
was
to the well.
in there?
Nothing.
Dark stuff.
But it was spacious.
Darkness, no parents.
You know Batman? It's the Batcave. We really could use Batman right now. He'd know what to do.
We have Catman.
Instead of me just have fucking Patrick Bateman.
Running around butt ass naked with a chainsaw.
Right?
He loves Huey Lewis.
Also, he did transform, but everything that he was wearing, including holding the demonic instruments, are still there.
Yep.
Oh, it's only his physical form that
Yeah,
is
just
changed.
look like normal Ash.
Just
Before
a
the
heads
veins.
Before the
Before
sickness.
the veins and the paleness and
Before the
everything.
staph
Make
infection.
it over.
Secure it so he could destroy it.
You should. It's my turn.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can speak.
By the way,
you can shout to both.
I'm not that
since you're
convincing.
across the-
Actually, I'm still pretty convincing. My deception's plus 15, so it's 17 with a 2.
Jesus.
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 So I kind of do seem maybe like real Ash for a little bit, and it does seem like an Ash thing to ask, killing Pokey.
I'm gonna yell and be like, "Is the unicorn
It
really
does.
dead?"
Pokey, you're an expert.
Who are you yelling that to?
Guys over there.
She's hiding over by
In
the
that
wall.
general
I
direction.
feel like you kind of hinted that it might not be dead.
All right, so you're set to Pokey then, because the other
Yes.
two are.
Yes, Pokey.
Go ahead and make an insight check, I guess.
Is heal wounds a cantrip?
It's a spell.
It's a spell.
Cure wounds.
Sorry.
Yeah.
4
That was the
plus
one that I
what?
pretended like I knew for like
Insight.
You're like,
a while.
Guys, I got that.
Like 2 months.
9
And then-
total.
Yeah,
Turns out I
you
never
can tell
knew
that
it.
it's actually not quite dead yet.
Okay.
Instead, I know guidance.
If you want to communicate that back to Banana, then.
I have, what have I got here? Where did it go? Animal friendship. I
Yeah.
don't know if that'll
Yeah,
help
you
us
can
out
plug it
here.
alive.
Yeah.
Cure wounds.
Is it my
It's like
turn?
Cat hugging a you.
When her turn is
Let me
over,
see.
all you did was yell. Are you gonna?
Yeah, I think I'll move closer. I don't know.
You can borrow that because I'm out of spell
I'm just gonna
slots.
drag my body closer.
And if you cast it as a
Maybe, like,
second level
behind
spell,
one of
it does
those trees.
2d8.
Banana, are you going for the well? Go for the well.
Okay.
All this time you
Sure.
made one well one.
Well.
You got 3 more.
I'm not a bard yet.
You're doing well.
I'm not a bard yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
right.
exhausted.
What's animal
Right.
friendship?
So I
You have
can't really
animal
do anything,
friendship
it's kinda
in
hanging
here
back.
somewhere.
Shouldn't
I can
attack,
do.
shouldn't do skills.
Do you have the card though?
Are you done then?
Yeah. I mean, was yelling my action?
No.
I think
You
I've got.
get to talk. to
Even if
people
she's
for a second.
exhausted?
Alright, fine. I'm gonna try and hit Ash again.
All right.
You're doing it at disadvantage. remember?
Yeah.
Yep.
God, that's a real spell.
Alright. So, 15.
This is terrible. You don't want 24.
Yes, 24. Does that hit?
That does.
Yes.
With
Yes, unicorn
disadvantage?
is like
Yeah, I
a
got
god.
15.
Like it understands everything you fucking
Nice.
say. You don't need to
Alright.
convince it you're a cat. Oh shit! An additional beast. Army of squirrels.
All right.
Actually, we.
So the
Seven.
unicorn.
7 with my longbow.
7 damage.
And then I'm gonna hit him again.
You turn
if I
into
can.
spawn.
Nope.
It does look like Spawn. Holy shit.
Did not hit again.
What did you say about? What was it that you said about this guy? He can only be killed by somebody that's what?
Pure of heart.
Pure of
Oh
heart.
no, that was
But that
that was
was-
when
That
we-
was to get him not
That
to
was-
be a demon.
that was to
time has
prevent
passed.
what's
Oh, has it?
happening
Okay.
now.
Yeah, there was
I
a
mean,
mistake
that's-
made.
The
That's
staff
what
could only
the
be
unicorn-
separated from him.
Apparently,
He can
I'm
be
not
killed
Zero
by someone
Heart,
of
so-
Zero Heart.
That's what the
Yeah.
unicorn
So-
was
Staff
for.
But yeah, that's what the unicorn was for.
So
yeah.
I'm lawful good. I would presume that would mean that I'm pure of heart.
But it doesn't matter now because he's now infected.
But Pokey is a
He's
more
Well,
been-
it doesn't mean
so-
it doesn't matter. How do
Okay,
you know?
alright.
Interesting that Pokey is awful good, honestly.
Well, I mean, we're a
He
bunch
abides
of
by the
maniacs.
law.
It's true.
You weren't around for the first
Technically
session.
does things for
The
good.
first session whenever he extorted our party just because he's an asshole.
You're right, I wasn't there for that. He seems like a nice
Oh,
guy to
and
me.
he's
But
taking
that
out
was
a pile of
that was
skulls.
not me though. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else controlling him.
No, that
Yeah,
was
so-
hitting me.
Alright, I'm done. I hit him for
Alright,
7.
Okay, cool. You want to make another insight check on him, on the demon, really quick?
12. Total.
Okay. You also notice that the smoke that has been coming off of him goes into this cracked ruby that's at the top of the staff.
Interesting.
Cracked red ruby.
Okay. And what do I know about the ruby? Anything?
No.
This one's
I rolled a
fucking
21.
Sam, this one that you've been
A 21 for
Thanks.
For knowing something about the ruby.
It's not done.
Okay.
Sure
I
is
think
in that
that's
staff.
You do know something
Yeah,
about
she
the
just-
ruby.
All right.
After Finn.
You recognize it as what would be equivalent to a Horcrux.
Okay.
It is like a, it's something that can seal demonic souls and can soul suck out of other people.
So,
The Horcrux.
would I know whether breaking it would be good or bad?
You don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah. But you do from all your insight checks and your previous knowledge seem to come to an understanding that perhaps getting rid of the staff might solve the problem.
Yeah.
As
What?
a reaction, I would like to lower the staff and kind of taunt them.
What is the main body of the staff made from?
It's a dark ebony wood with a sort of golden inscription on it that isn't abysmal.
Okay.
What's it say?
You guys probably can't.
It's not your
read
turn.
Heat of combat.
Do I recognize the symbology or the words or anything about it?
Hey,
Do
I
I?
read a
Is there anything I can
I don't
glean
think
from the
Pokey
staff?
speaks abysmal.
Okay.
Yeah,
speaks
I mean,
abysmal?
you've already found that you've already seen that like from the Nine Hells, the ruby is sort of
What,
like
you
a
don't?
Horcrux
Yeah.
that from
And
uh,
I speak unicorn too.
I speak.
even in passive
Barbarian.
conversation, you know from them that Ash actually picked this demon
Actually,
staff
do
up
you have
from
enough
a
towards, like,
cambion,
Yeah, they have
another a
certain
lesser
names
type
of
of demon, sort of like a demon's
And
son.
if I do
Okay.
bad, I'm gonna fix it.
All right. I am going to. Is it my turn now?
It's worth a shot.
Either way, it could be
I
interesting.
think it's my turn, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You can crush
I'm going to try to communicate with the
I guess I do, and a history of it.
the unicorn here on the ground. I presume that the unicorn speaks common.
Yes, wait.
It was
Let me make
talking
sure.
to us, wasn't it?
It was telepathically talking to you. Yeah, it's kind of linked into your heads.
Okay.
And it speaks.
I'm gonna ask it if it
It
can.
speaks Celestial, Elvish, Sylvian, and telepathy. So
Okay. And
whatever you say will come to it in images, anyways.
so I'm going to like try to communicate, like, help me fucking get this staff away from this psycho motherfucker here.
Okay. Back in your head, you get images that amount to I have 3 legs and I'm bleeding. And I can't.
Right. Yeah. I get that. So I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds as a 2nd level spell
Yes.
on the
Okay.
unicorn.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
2d8.
I've been waiting for
Just
this
2d8.
moment.
Cut off its horn.
I don't think he's gonna resist you.
I know, Mariah's like, let's take the horn off.
I'm like, what's up?
So,
with the
12
plus your
Celestial
cut off a
spellcasting
celestial
modifier, which is
No, only if it was
plus 5.
dead I would have.
So,
but it's not
twice?
dead, So I don't
So 10 more?
know
No,
about
no,
that.
just
So
5.
we're saying
Okay,
it's
so
for
17.
reason.
We're
Hit
gonna
points
have
back
our
to the unicorn.
You can go
Alright.
back down to the whale. Go ahead,
Sucks.
scale on down.
One of us is
We
trying to
just
kill
ditch
us.
And the
them?
leg
Just
is-
ditch them now.
At least better, if not.
The former leg. Because the other leg he's got it.
Right, so
Here, under
the
my-
unicorn has 3 legs, but is
waving the
back up and-
launcher around.
up at least, I suppose.
Yes.
Fucking push that asshole in
Three-legged
the
dogs can
pond.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just seeing where it is in the order now.
Okay. So what
Shit, you get
what
shit.
does that count as with the use of the spell and the communication to the animal? Would that be a bonus action or my full
The
action?
communication was just your free communication.
Okay.
The spell was an action.
Okay.
You spell at movement speed, and if you have bonus action abilities, then you have those. But you don't have your attack, because that's an action.
I'm gonna ask the unicorn if I can hop on its back.
All right.
It's still got 3
So-
legs, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
but
you
that
cast-
should be alright.
Basically, this is what happened.
Forwards.
This is what happened so far. You cast Cure Wounds, and you see the unicorn. The blood was kind of trickling out into the pond. You see it kind of recede actually from the pond, kind of back into its body. Its golden mane that was turning gray is starting to get a little bit of glitter back. You see like this sort of bright lights around it, almost kind of like glitter falling to the ground as it comes up, and its golden mane throws back. It gets up on 3 legs and seems like almost instantly expert as it puts one in front of it and 2 behind it. It gets the imagery of you requesting to jump on its back, and you get the imagery back of giddy up.
Nice.
Of middle fingers.
Yes, giddy up.
All right, you're now riding the 3-legged unicorn.
Yep. And I don't have a very good guy for
That's all right.
straddling the unicorn, but
That sounds
Yeah,
like
just hook him in there.
There we go.
yeah.
That absolutely sounds like a
Surfing.
euphemism, by the way.
It really does. Right in the
All right.
And-
Well then,
As a result of being on the unicorn, do I now have the ability to attack him with my trusty steed?
The white pony is cooking.
I
The
really
white
hope so.
horses.
Here's an
What's the white
you
unicorn?
would on
all of them.
Well, here's a question for me. That thing's in my is beside me, right?
Oh, it's right beside
I'm behind you.
Legendary action. I'm going for the unicorn.
No way, dude. I'm behind you, man.
No, I'm going for the unicorn.
The unicorn's behind you.
Yeah, the whole process here is behind you.
Yeah, do you mean it's right next
Suck
to
a
you?
fish.
Yeah.
It's not right next to you.
Okay, never mind.
That's what you're... Because
Yeah.
he just came up in the pond,
Okay.
so it's
that
three-legged
was my only
unicorn
question,
in the
yeah.
pond. So on your turn, yes.
Okay.
You used all your actions for this turn. The unicorn now has its own turn because it is a sentient being with its own actions and its
Okay.
own things. It isn't necessarily your steed, but
You
now
just
you
gave
guys
that
are
thing
kind of
more
working together.
All right.
Would
Well,
they roll an advantage with the? Would they both roll an advantage because they're working
Helping each
together?
other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Fuck
sensible.
yeah.
Let's rule that as a
Do
yes.
it.
Well, Pokey's gonna die. At least he
Yeah,
died being
Pokey needs
helpful.
advantage, and he got to
You
ride
did
a
great.
3-legged
So-
Oslo
unicorn
on
in
my
his...
team.
So Raw and then Baldric.
Oh, did you say? Hold on. Did you say I had a bonus action left?
No, I said you used all your actions.
Okay.
So,
because
I
you
have an important
talked to your
question.
unicorn, raised it from the dead, ran over and jumped on its back.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
just,
your 6
so,
seconds.
So I'm
Yeah.
in a trance, right? I'm tranced out, but can I still make my own decisions? I just am like Team
It's a good
Ash.
question. How does that work?
Dominate person. Let me pull that back up.
So I want to know like what.
I mean, you basically do everything I tell you to some extent. But let me go ahead.
But if
and
you're
do it.
not currently, if it's my turn and you're not currently telling me to do something,
I told
can
you
I
to kill
act-
Pokey.
He did.
so well yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
That's
Sort of.
Well, but not on your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a telepathic link between you and your target. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. No action required.
All right.
Which it does its best to obey.
All right.
So, kill Pokey.
All right.
Kill
so,
Pokey. Kill Pokey and the unicorn if it gets in your way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a weapon.
So I go to attack Pokey.
Alright.
That's what I do. I have no choice.
Raw, we're friends. You're gonna save me. I look like Ash. In fact, I look like healthy Ash.
I'm
So
going to
let's
attack
see.
Pokey now.
she's got disadvantage because I'm on a horse, doesn't she?
Yes. 5, 10,
A magical
15.
horse.
Raw, go
Right.
ahead and
20. You're
go
gonna have to
ahead
get
and attack
around
recklessly.
here because he's on
It's
top.
only a tripod.
I'm attacking recklessly
Um,
while I roll my eyes.
But-
Magical tripod.
so that would cancel out to make a normal roll. Is reckless give you
Yeah.
advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That would cancel out to make it a normal roll.
Great.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah. It's not good. Oh,
Oh my
sweet.
god, I rolled a nat 1.
Wonder, dude. And is her character considered large?
No.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she's
no, no,
not.
no,
No,
medium.
no,
Yeah.
she's
Oh.
medium.
Takes,
Large
a,
just has
takes
to
a
be
lot to be a
big.
large,
Large has to
creature.
be like
Oh,
a
large
or something.
creature was like.
Yeah.
The stationary
You have to
mound
be
is
this
large.
big to be
A
large.
large medium creature. She's like Arnold if Arnold Schwarzenegger was female.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
My
so
character
hot.
used to be.
Man, the last time you had a crit one, you killed her.
Oh, yeah.
Mine, yeah.
So that's a swing and a fucking miss.
Yeah, you come around. So
You
basically what
disappoint me,
happens-
Raw.
She chops off her own. No, I'm just kidding.
Is, um,
Please don't.
In your own chest.
No, you
Chop
came
off
running
your
around.
other eye.
As you came around the corner, you did see this sort of glitter coming off of the unicorn as you run up to go. Even though you've got this darkness about you,
You're like,
That
"Ooh,
one,
pretty."
can I also potentially accidentally damage Ash since he's the one? Just saying.
you're not near him.
Alright,
but
alright.
that would be funny. But you're not near him. Yeah,
I respected
the glitter kind of comes into your eyes. You breathe it in and kind of like give this sort of half-ass like swing, like you just kind of like tap him with your axe, like hey buddy, as like this sort of like humanity comes back at you from this temporary overwhelming magical glitter of the unicorn. So that makes it Baldric's turn, and then Wyla's turn.
Where are the squares here?
Is it so magical that she can roll to see if she's uncharmed?
Oh yeah.
No.
No.
Sorry,
That was
next.
flavor.
But don't
Sorry.
forget.
That was flavor.
You missed.
Yeah, you missed. With fun stuff.
Perception or insight or whatever to figure out the thing with the smoke and the gem and all that, because he didn't communicate that to anybody yet.
Yeah.
I did not. Those things are fucking money.
Yeah, those are
Those
good.
cookies.
I'll set a DC right now, insight.
Alright. I'm gonna say I probably failed. 10.
Yeah, you failed.
Alright.
You don't know why the smoke is.
Huh,
here.
that's interesting.
Did you try it? What?
Alright, I'm gonna run up.
I feel like,
Trying to-
am I allowed to just holler things out, or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will.
guys, go for the staff.
I will.
The ruby on the staff.
I'm gonna go
I
for
will-
the ruby on
real
the
quick,
staff.
Attention, mates.
Legendary action.
Oh, shit.
Legendary action. Dropping dominate person on her. Using Crown of Madness on you. DC 23 save.
On what?
Just wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yeah. So
Come
it's a
on,
better
you-
chance than her, but you don't
Okay.
have advantage on this also.
I'm
It's just
thinking of you,
normal roll.
Baldric.
No.
Wisdom saves?
Yeah.
23.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, charm target uses its. Well, let's see here. Yeah, you just can't
Would you
attack
charm
me.
me now?
I can't
the,
attack
the,
you?
the charm target must use its action before moving on each turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself. You mentally choose. I get to choose.
Oh shit.
But you've already moved. No. Since I cast it, you haven't. But
Yeah.
there's nothing you can move to hit, so I just make you bleed your action. You can't do anything right now, and that's kind of.
Okay.
Crown of Madness.
Oh, and you have a crown on your head now, a jagged crown on your head. So
Big.
it's
Like kind of cool looking?
yeah, I imagine it sounds
like
pretty
it.
cool.
Alright, then for my action, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's cool.
Baldric has a
Baldric, Baldric, when you come next to me, I'm gonna wave at you.
Now
Oh.
I know, but
Is
Wave
he
it
under
back.
spell now?
You guys said you're not.
I'm in Crazy
Oh.
Town.
He's under the crazy town you were.
Madness.
I don't get.
I'm the king
I
of
get-
Crazy Town.
Guys,
I guess I wouldn't know.
Listen, I've been taking it easy on you
Yeah,
because
crown
I
and
was
everything.
kind of having fun with this, but you know, if you guys want to start getting more serious, I can start hurting you real bad.
Oh my god.
It's been fun. Travis said he didn't have much prepared,
So
so I was
Baldric-
taking my time, but I can
Baldric-
start wiping the floor with you.
Baldric still has his actions, or what is
I
Crown of
have
Madness do?
Crown of Madness makes him before he moves.
What effect is it? Incapacitated, charmed?
It's a charm. The charm target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature other, or if there are none on its. Oh, so you can actually go for me, I guess.
I'm going for the ruby on the gem, just like Dude said.
Just
Alright.
like dudes.
You said diamond crushing
Nice.
hammer.
I'm using the diamond crushing hammer.
Okay.
I rolled. What the fuck is my? There we
It's
go.
gotta be a
Plus
big
7,
one.
so
23.
yeah.
So fuck.
Blam!
Also,
Oh, come on.
roll a d20 to this is a
Damn it.
demon staff.
Yeah.
From the 9 hells.
got an
Roll-
armor
see
class
if you
of
figure it.
24.
Hang on, you're attacking?
Oh, probably 50.
12 for the
Yes.
fixing or breaking.
Probably some
I
ridiculous.
thought you made him bleed his action so he could.
Yeah, but I didn't actually have anything I could. Since I couldn't actually do anything with Crown of Madness, then he just gets
Then
away
I
with
get to do
free
my
here.
action.
Gotcha.
While wearing my new cool hat.
Here's the thing, like I said, I've been taking it easy on you guys. I have 3 legendary actions per round. Baldric, I'm gonna take an attack on you now.
Aww.
Crit 20.
Uh-oh.
As a legendary action, the unicorn is going to use Shimmering Shield
Ooh.
Nice.
on you.
I hope that.
It
Helps.
creates a shimmering magical field around itself or another creature it can see within 60 feet. The target gains +2 to its AC until the end of the unicorn's next turn.
Oh, it's still a crit 20 on it.
Oh, it's a crit 20?
It
Yeah.
was a crit 20, yeah.
Oh.
Whoops.
So this is gonna be painful, man. I'm sorry.
Oh.
7. 14.
Plus 7.
No dying. I
Plus
can't-
7. 21.
21. I think that's 28 slashing damage.
And I have no more healing potion for you.
Baldric.
28 slashing.
Yep. I'm in the way.
28 slashing damage and 8. 14 acids, so 42.
Dead.
Dead?
No, just
No,
unconscious.
unconscious, 0. I had 36 left.
Okay, so negative 6.
Yeah.
Okay, Wyla.
Oh, you guys.
Quick, does
I don't want to.
spare the dying?
Bummer.
You
Yeah,
can do what I
does
ask of
anyone?
you, or I can kill you all now. Hop in the well. I'll even throw Baldric down there. You guys can like patch him up or whatever.
He wants us to keep poking above town.
I don't know how to use medicine.
Right, what a medicine. I don't even know if this fucking matters, honestly, but I don't care. I'm gonna crouch behind the well. Try and army crawl to the other side and get a clear shot at Ash.
Like this.
With my bow. Yeah. Yes. Just like that.
Just straight at Ash? Alright.
Does it count as a sneak attack?
I don't know. Really, I don't know how that mechanic works.
I think
That's your mechanic. I don't really
for a
know.
sneak attack, you'd have to roll a hide, and I'd have to roll perception, or whatever,
Okay.
because
So it is.
it's just your hide, your stealth versus my perception.
Yeah, because one of your cunning actions you can try to hide.
Right.
And then if you hide and he doesn't see you,
All right. Well, I made my perception roll. It's okay, but I've got a huge bonus.
Alright, so you're taking a
So
shot
should
at him?
With
I,
the short.
or, I mean, what? Is it just like a roll off? Do I roll for stealth to see if it's
Pretty
even
much,
possible
yeah.
for me? Okay, great. I don't want to use that.
Continue to find a plus 11.
Couldn't find it.
What's your perception?
Fuck off.
20.
You still have my jar.
Oh, it's right here.
Because that's a 6, right?
Oh, yeah, I was 6. Sorry, 17.
Yeah, I rolled 21.
Sick.
So it's a regular shot.
Yeah.
yep.
Alright, roll the hit.
I don't even want to. 11.
Plus
Plus 9. All right.
8.
Oh, plus 8. Nope, doesn't hit. Sorry.
Here you go. I give up.
Get in the well.
Nope, I'm just gonna lay there and wallow in my own self-pity.
Alright.
Is that a
Have
bonus
fun.
action or?
Sure.
Control
Um,
GM.
Just dry behind the well.
Yeah, when you shoot over at him, actually, he puts his staff up, and the arrow itself just kind of whizzes off to the side. And as a bonus action, you throw your cape over your shoulders and kind of sink down to the ground and start sobbing in your face. Next is the unicorn, and then Ash. So the unicorn comes up behind you, Ash.
If it approaches me, I'd like to burn my last legendary action to attack it.
Okay. It is going to use a legendary action. Oh, it can't do it on its own turn. Nope. It's not going to use the legendary action to do shit.
28 to hit.
Okay. Hits.
12. 16. 22 slashing damage and
Can I defend the unicorn at all?
14.
I would say yeah if you have
And the
some sort of
unicorn has
reaction. If
advantage,
you have
right?
a reaction, then you can do it.
Where would
Because
I
you guys
find
are
that?
kind of one.
And they both have advantage, right?
It's a weird character sheet, I know.
22 slashing damage and 14 acid, by the way, is what it's going to be if you can't do anything to stop it.
Okay.
36.
Defensive tactics, steel will.
Yeah, I figure it might be important to know the damage numbers.
That's advantage on saves versus
Yeah.
frightened.
Probably doesn't
Are any
have
of these
resistance
spells a
to
reaction?
magical demonic
No.
sword. But maybe, I don't know.
Beast sense.
I already took off one of his legs.
Yeah, like.
Fuck.
How does the advantage work if they're helping each
It's,
other? And the unicorn
Is
and
Pokey Ranger also?
Would you say the one was poison damage?
Acid is
Acid
It's 24 slashing, 14. No, 22 slashing, 14 acid.
The fact that poison damage doesn't do anything residual is so dumb.
So no,
right?
that's fucking stupid because there's actually 3 different kinds of poison.
Yeah,
in
a
D&D.
poison effect and
What,
a
like,
poison damage.
A
and
poison status, a poison effect, and a poison damage. It's really fucking dumb. Like they couldn't just come up with different names.
Look up ensnaring strike.
Well, I'm gonna look up one different one real quick.
Are
This one seems like it might be a better
So you're
one.
using your sword?
Is Pokey Ranger?
It's my last legendary action for this set of turns. I only get 3 per round.
Especially
Says
Only get
Monster
3
Slayer.
per round.
only 3.
Only 3.
Especially
So,
because necrotic is already a damage.
Pirate.
type, So you could do like necrotic damage for damage, poison for like an effect, and toxified for a yeah for like a status. Like
hey, listen, I'll get some of the developers on the phone right now and explain that to them.
Yeah, so
So the written in right there is this one right
yeah,
here.
your sword, as you turn around and engage the unicorn, whipping out your sword, you cut into
But it's
the
an action.
left flank, kind of where Pokey's foot is, slashing off like a hunk of its side or revealing some of its rib cage. And it kind of like shudders a little bit on one leg, coming through, and the acid just like drips down onto one of its back legs, and it starts to falter a little bit, and it's looking
That's interesting.
way worse for wear than it was when you brought it back up. Yeah, it looks like it's on death's door.
Damn it.
But it comes at you,
Okay.
nonetheless. It's going to make a...
It's gonna grapple you with its horn.
I'd say try for something disarming.
Yeah.
Charge him right in the asshole with that horn. That's disarming.
I would definitely drop next.
It's going to cast...
Whoa! Whoa!
I mean,
You were him.
that's right. Kebab that baby.
Yes, Sam, get it.
It's hard not to. This is too dumb.
Oh shit.
Look up, is disarming strike a specific thing, or
Oh fuck.
who's got the...
There's a battle master ability.
It's casting Dispel Evil and Good. On you.
Uh,
It's a touch action.
With my reaction, I counterspell.
Fuck. Fuck.
Well, make the
Wait,
rolls.
what level is your counterspell?
It's 3rd level. Well, actually, no, it doesn't list what level it's at because of this. It just says
First
it,
roll off.
Level
it
1.
says it's an at will that can be used. Yeah, it
I'd
does.
say it's base level then, whatever
Okay.
it is. And what's base level of it?
3rd.
Alright, this is a 5th level spell.
Okay.
What is your
Yeah,
spell?
I think. I'm not sure how that works.
You have to cast it as a 5th level spell.
Yeah. I think I have to make a roll to see if it works though. Because I know.
Why you guys put
Two
two
casting.
roll?
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm
Dispel
pretty sure it gets cancelled.
evil.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It has to be a 5th level spell, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, what's
If it's the same level, I think that's when it's a roll up. But
No,
yeah,
no,
it's
counterspell immediately works if it's at same level or higher. If the counterspell's cast at the same
I
level or
think it
higher,
might be on the
immediately
DM's
cancels.
board, or the DM screen.
What'd you say it was? Disarming strike?
Yeah, what is this stuff?
Dispel,
I
Dispel
think it's
Evil
just
and
a
Good.
roll to disarm.
I'm using the Break Enchantment version of it.
If it is casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So 15. I have to beat a 15. As according to this, if it
Just
is,
a straight roll against the DC 15?
yeah, I believe so. If it is casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Okay.
So the DC equals whatever my spellcasting ability plus the roll.
So like roll
What is
plus 8.
what is my spellcasting ability?
That's your intelligence.
No,
I'm gonna say because you're being channeled right now, you'll use ashes.
Okay. So yeah, intelligence. So just yeah.
I don't know what any of that
So
shit
I have to
means,
beat
but you add
7.
some
I have to get
fucking
7 or
die
higher
to
for
your
this to
attack
mean
strike,
anything.
and then they have to beat a strength 15 or you drop it.
For a counter spell to mean anything?
Counters.
Yeah. So that's
that,
19.
That means it counters the spell.
Yeah.
But
Counterspell.
that was about to turn you right back into ash.
I don't want that.
Then we could kill you.
I want to bring unicorn blood.
Well, it's
Does
not about
anybody
what
know
you
what a
want.
superiority dice
Like,
is?
you headed to D&D and I
Oh,
looked
is it
at
that
That's
giant
my
D100?
dice.
Oh,
No,
is it?
no. Superiority dice is it's a battle master fighter. Has superiority die. And yeah, so with you have to be a specific subclass of fighter, and you get a certain. It's kind of like the way bards get bardic inspiration. You can augment attacks or abilities that you have with your superiority die.
Okay.
How many superiority die do you have?
I don't have any. I'm not a whatever that class was.
Yeah, but you
I
have
should probably
the
say something more.
thing.
Alright,
Oh,
so
it's ensnaring strike.
as it casts that spell, it kind of hits this wall and moves around you. There's glimmers, there's little blips of like ash actually coming through, like the real ash. It almost makes
Is
this
this
double
Zone of
vision
Truth?
kind of thing.
You should know that one.
And as the spell is fading, the unicorn orders you to attack
Okay. I'm gonna cast.
telepathically.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth around him, and then I'm gonna ask, how can we kill him?
I have to roll for that, right?
Yeah, it's a
With
what is it?
I think it's
Charisma?
wisdom.
I think it's charisma.
I have no idea. I just see the spell here that I
Okay,
have. Zone of
I'll
Truth.
tell you in just a second.
It's, yeah.
Zone of
That's
Truth.
fucking funny.
15-foot radius. A creature that enters the area for the first time must make a charisma saving throw on failed save.
Okay.
That would be against your spellcasting modifier, which I don't even know if it's on there.
Against mine?
Yep.
It is. It's plus DC is.
I just rolled a 15, whatever I'm adding to it, so it's gonna be high.
Okay. Yeah. I think that means that he doesn't
23.
have to answer.
Yeah, on a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie with a radius. Oh, so yeah, you're unaffected by it
Okay.
because you passed the save.
Shitty.
Ron, you have to speak the truth.
Yeah, because I'm right there.
All right.
Really stressed out, guys. I missed my
I
eye.
mean, but everybody can keep asking. I mean, he's got to roll every time, so keep asking questions.
Oh, how long does it last?
No, it just
Yeah,
if
he
you
failed.
succeed once,
Or-
you're permanently out of
It's when
it.
you enter the field.
If he leaves it and comes back in.
I've used this as a DM quite a few times to know how Zone of Truth works.
All right, that's it for the unicorn's turn. So Ash, you're up.
No.
All right. Well, if I imagine I probably dropped it earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the unicorn leg. See you guys around. Teleport out.
Holy shit.
Drop the disguise at the last second. And I'm gone.
Poof.
Well, all right. So, you know, we
Grab
don't
the
have to
leg
put
and
in
left.
Let's take a break.
Yeah.
intense there.
Oh, nice.
I survived.
So
2 points.
This is what he was playing, just so you know.
Yeah. It was
Hi, Maya.
It was
This
not.
is Ashley
It was never really a battle
from
to.
Angie's phone.
Yeah, we were
Wait.
gonna die no matter what.
These were
Oh
his
yeah, Ashley's
stats.
phone's broken this weekend.
What an idiot.
Okay,
fucking
so I sent her
ridiculous.
Rami's the
I wasn't joking, man.
That's-
Demon Lord.
That's the main bad guy that was channeling him.
Lieutenant Beach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So basically, what you would have done is either you would have broken the staff,
The
which would have
dishwasher
broken the
came in.
spell, or
It was, like, fucked up
you
on
would
the
have.
actually-
What you were noticing is that
Sent him
the
away.
smoke going into him
Be
was
quiet,
Grizit
whatever.
leaving him and going back into the staff. which would not have cured him of being having like the staff as he's been connected to the staff, but he wouldn't be connected to use it anymore.
But what
So
would
if
have
you were able to,
happened
like, if you were able to like
if I fixed the staff?
if you were able to like
Working
basically like
shift tomorrow.
cut through him and put enough
Like
smoke
instead
into
of
the
the
staff,
ruby being
then it would
broken.
have
So excited.
disappeared. Chris, it would have disappeared.
No, I was working on it, man.
I know, dude. You were like making the you were like making the most
You know that
observations. Like,
I-
keeps mentioning smoke. Like no one's been.
I was thinking it. I didn't say it out loud.
We gotta stack it up.
Like, it's
Jesus.
really important.
I almost had him.
I feel this like
Yeah.
2 weeks
I was
You
about
almost
to.
died.
I was about to try to disarm him.
Dude, you stop. You froze him with the ball.
I
Like,
know.
Carly did almost
Yeah.
I was
everything.
getting after it, dude. I'm a much better player than I am a DM.
yeah, that was intense.
It was good.
We were sold out.
I'm just having a nap.
We had 3 take bakes left.
Sorry, I'm not
with
So proficiency bonus plus 3, because I've never
yeah,
looked.
that's
Okay.
somewhere over
Yeah.
here.
Proficiency bonuses plus
Pass me
3.
So
Yeah, 5.
plus
Yeah.
6
Yeah,
here?
so
that's just
I don't know what to pick.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I think
it's
Wolf
okay.
is the one that we
It
decided
moves up
this
to
is
level
the
one time.
first.
No,
No,
your
this is
sneak
level
attack
6.
is still
That's the
46.
first one. So Wolf is
Or no, sorry,
the
still 3d6.
hunting wolf things.
Yes,
Track
it's
of
still
their
3d6.
creatures moving
That
at a
doesn't change.
fast.
But
It
were
might
we
be an
not?
eagle also.
Yeah,
maybe.
because we were like
Eagle
talking about how other
eyesight,
people.
Gain more
1
expertise.
mile away.
Yeah, no,
So-
I think Wolf is the one that you want.
And what was the bear one?
It's at 6th
Bear's-
level.
if I
you
remember,
choose
Bear's
two
There
more
is
at your
you
proficiencies to
carrying
gain
capacity,
expertise,
you
which
blah
is
blah
double your
blah.
proficiency
Your
bonus.
carrying capacity, maximum load, and lift is doubled. You have advantage on all strength checks
Man,
made
the
to
internet
push,
is
pull,
so
lift,
slow.
or
already
break.
have
The only time that's good is there's an actual
Like,
there's a
yeah.
build that you can
And the
take
Mark
that
Pro.
basically
So
if you're
this
a
is
barbarian
expertise,
Goliath.
stealth, and I can remember.
If you take that and a few other things like
so
the
you can
grappler
add,
feat
like,
and things,
investigation,
eventually you can like pick
or,
things up that weigh like 3,000
sleight of
pounds
hand.
and just walk around with it.
Or
Uh,
hit
and you-
somebody with it.
How would that
And you can
work?
take another feat that whenever you grapple something, you restrain it. And legitimately,
What about
like
things
that
that
build,
aren't
it's
bonus
really
or not?
restricting, but it's
I
funny
can't.
because
I
you
don't
basically
think
create a
proficient.
character that goes
Yeah,
around the
1 second,
battlefield
let
and
me
just
double
like
check
picks
that.
up a dude, puts him under your arm, goes picks up another guy, puts him under your arm, and they just can't do anything while they're there.
It's hilarious,
Uh,
actually.
it's pretty
But-
funny. It's not great, but it's amusing.
But I think we talked about Wolf the most. But I.
Wolf
What do you think
No,
for
is
Eagle?
the
You can
hunting
add-
sensibilities of
Yeah.
Wolf. You can track
I don't think
creatures
you can
while
add
traveling at a
proficiencies.
fast pace. And you can move
What I
stealthily
understand,
while traveling at a normal
When
pace.
do these numbers change? You're like, oh, that should be a 3, or oh, that should be a...
The eagle
This
one
number
is you gain eyesight
should
of the
be this
eagle. You
number
can see
minus
up
10
to a
divided
mile
by 2, rounding
with
down.
no difficulty.
So this number
You're able to discern even
is
fine
9
details
minus
as though you're
10
looking at
is
something
negative
no more than 100 feet away.
divided by
Additionally,
2,
dim light
negative
doesn't
half.
impose disadvantage
down,
on your
negative
wisdom
1.
checks.
Dexterity 20 minus 10 is 10. Divided by 2
I
is
need
5.
to get a new character sheet.
And
like,
there's
make it
obviously
better.
reasons for you, but this is the
I don't know.
way.
On which one
Yeah,
sounds
that's-
better to
that
you?
is
You
useful.
can-
Eagle or Wolf. But I
Interesting.
Yeah.
can't decide.
That's how it's set up mathematically.
I'll go with the
Um,
eagle, I think.
So this one,
Yeah,
like 17.
Different.
Minus 10, 7, 3.5.
Alright.
What's up?
I'm just explaining the numbers. Because she just
Can I see
gained
it?
expertise.
Mhm.
She wanted to know if you can add a new proficiency with expertise, or if you can only affect things you're already proficient.
So whenever
With
you
the
They
double
only have
bonus.
3 things to choose from if that's
My
the case.
understanding is that whenever you get the option to take an
Where did
expertise,
it
you
go?
can choose to instead add a proficiency, but you can't immediately make something else
Yeah.
new that you're not proficient in expertise.
Okay,
Could
so
I
you
do
can
it to
only
2
add
things?
one step.
No.
You
Uh,
could,
you-
you could instead
You
of...
can instead of taking expertise, you can take a proficiency in
Yeah,
something.
so you
He's
get
down
2
to 2 hit
expertise.
points.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she could take 2
I was looking at him,
proficiencies
and he's
instead,
like,
is what she's asking.
Wait, what now?
Because
Yeah.
expertise at level 6, you get 2 new.
and instead of
Expertise.
doing anything about it,
Okay,
he
then yeah,
casts
you'd be able
Zone
to, you'd
Truth.
be able to take 1 proficiency and 1 expertise.
Right?
You could take just straight
I'm
up,
like, you get a
or 2
free
expertise,
attack.
or you could
It's
take
like-
just one thing that
So
you're not
true.
proficient in and make it an expert.
What the fuck?
So, if I potentially added
Killing
to
I didn't see that
bonus.
coming.
I did not
Right,
either.
so if I
How do I
added
kill you?
athletics,
He was
though,
like,
I
I
wouldn't
know
be
he's
at a
so hyped on the
deficiency.
killing part.
Yeah, so
Right.
if you
But
1
the
bubble
wolf
athletics, you'll
is
be at a
more
plus
like
2,
my
and if you 2
character.
bubble it,
Yeah,
you'll
do
be
that.
at
Can
a
I
plus
take a
2.
look at what you
It's
have
just
and make
kind of goes with like
suggestions?
the rage
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
instinctual.
Yeah, no,
So
go
my
with that.
strength, obviously,
Wanna
is
give me
pretty
water?
shitty, but
Yeah.
it's
Even
meant
though
to be
Eagle
an
sounds
expert
really
in
cool, it
things.
just doesn't seem like
Deception
it
magic
matches.
I would
as
say
well.
I would say instead of adding
what should I
things,
write?
it's
Like, what's
for,
like a
for
highlight I
rogues,
should
it's
write?
best to just.
in my primal
I mean,
feature.
you're getting 2 options with expertise.
Just write the wolf
Expertise
thing
is
and then
right.
try to
And then
remember
write
that for tonight.
revolting.
And
As
when
in
I
because
it's
print
so
out a new
powerful
one,
at
I
higher
have
levels.
because like as you level, your proficiency bonus increases.
Babe.
Like yours
So
is
whatever you're an expert in
So,
will
so,
just be
so,
like,
so,
just
so,
pick
so
your
like the
favorite
things that you're
enemy
already
at.
proficient in are slowly always going to get better.
okay.
And each time with expertise,
Is
just
it a
doubling your
type?
proficiency bonus instead of like,
Or is it
oh
like
well
an
now my
actual-
proficiency is
It's a
4,
type.
so I'll be
Aberration,
proficient in
beast,
4.
celestial,
Instead of
construct,
getting like
dragon,
1 more
elemental,
point, you're getting 2 more points.
fey,
A
beast,
rogue at level
giants,
like
monstrosities,
16
plants,
or even less,
What do you
like
have right
13.
now?
You
or you can select 2 races.
it's
keep
like
forgetting,
you
Jim,
can't
do you
fail
have
shit
already?
if you have
That
expertise in it, unless you roll a crit
I have
fail.
fast movement.
So,
That's what I was saying
So
earlier.
that's why it's
that
like,
you
but I
can move,
already
like,
feel that way
forward.
with Dex, with
Only on
pretty
the
much all my
side.
Dex
I'll
bonuses.
say,
That's me right now.
I get to
Don't
move
forget.
10
yeah,
slides.
but that's the
Yeah.
other thing is that like
Yeah, but
things
that's
get
just
harder.
for now.
Things get harder.
Things get
Forest
harder.
is
For
my
instance, like
favorite terrain.
expert or sleight of hand would be
That
great
would
to
be
take
really
expertise in.
Right.
Because then you'd have 11 on
The
sleight of
warlock
hand instead of
code.
8.
What does that deal with though?
Sleight of
Is it
hand is
thieving?
stealing stuff or
Yeah, so you're gonna have to
putting
remind me
something
that
on
stuff's
someone.
like, hey, by the way, I've
So
Or taking something off?
taking something off someone,
What are
putting
your
something
options
on
again?
someone. Like I mean,
Do you ever play
reasonably.
Fallout when you put the grenades in
Yeah.
their pocket?
I've
So
seen them.
reasonably, like depending on this, depending on how Travis allows it, like it with enough of a sleight of hand bonus,
I would
you
say if
could
you're going
feasibly
for,
take the armor off of
if you're
someone's
going
back
for,
and
like,
they wouldn't
no
notice.
Stockton,
Nice.
Or steal
Okay.
their weapons off their belts.
Yeah, or like straight out of their hands
if
if
you
you
want
roll
like
high enough.
Biggins,
And like
go
it's
with,
just like, huh? And where'd it go? It's one of those things where it's
It's
like
also would be
like
like if we had to go
someone
to
has
someone
their-
there and they're like,
someone has those
So
necklaces
big
that have their
bags, like,
glasses
bring
attached to it, and they're just like, where did my glasses go? And it's like you're fucking
Yeah.
wearing them.
These-
Oh yeah,
they're
but
like-
instead of that, it's just
like
like,
the
where did my
golems,
glasses go? I thought I was wearing them, and you like are like smugly
Anything that's
sitting
made
behind
out
them
of
with the
stuff.
glasses on, flipping the bird or something.
you know,
Like-
or
If you guys go there, there's
hiding
not-
things, like trying to get in somewhere and they're like, you can't bring any weapons in. You're like, I have like 11 knives hidden
Sleight
on me,
of
but no
hand.
one can see
Undead's
them
already covered
Yeah.
by
because I'm palming them and turning my hands.
So
back
I would
and forth.
definitively
Yeah, I would
say
say-
sleight of hand's a good one for this.
Okay.
The other thing is investigation is really
Maybe.
fucking
And
important.
I don't have any proficiencies, now, or I do.
Investigation you have as
Monstrosities.
proficiency, so you could feasibly
Or
take expertise in
information.
sleight of hand and investigation,
That would be pretty insane.
and your investigation would jump
I'll
from
go with
6 to
these.
9.
Which would
Yeah,
be good
that
for
would be
finding
like,
things.
Really fucking
Yeah.
good. And I
I
can
feel
tell
like
you,
we roll for
inquire.
investigation so
You might
often
already
just
do.
to like
Yeah.
inspect
We
the
do.
room. Yeah.
which
Find
It's
treasure,
also
Anytime you
find
guys-
doors,
anytime
find
you guys
because
fight
I
something,
can tell you the
you
other
can try
person
and
that
do
had the highest
rolls,
investigation on our
insight
team was
checks
me.
against
and
whoever
he's
sees you with
worse than dead.
Yeah, and I'm gone now, and I'm gonna be someone else that doesn't have as good investigation. So, I mean, as a rogue, investigation is really important.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would just say so.
For roguish shit.
so legitimately, the chain
Rogue
of events that
rogue.
happens. You acrobatics your way up into a fucking tall tower, hop in, stealth, walk through something, investigate to find a hidden doorway or a hidden passageway or just
Or
the
that
person
treasure.
you're looking for, and then you sleight of hand to like steal something off of them, hop out the window that you crawled in through, 3-point landing, and stroll off, and then the wiser.
No one ever
Yeah.
seen. Rogues have always been
Yeah.
my favorite.
Even though I wasn't playing a character that was such an intense battle for me.
It's
See, that's
intense.
Like,
It wasn't
when PvP is done well like that, it's super fucking interesting.
Yeah.
It also
I
maybe
think it was
helps.
intense because also I'm like the rules person and I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we're all over the place here. Like,
There's a degree of stress when you have not so much control over what's happening.
Multiple
as a DM.
characters using legendary actions.
yeah, because if I know what I'm casting or doing against you guys, then it's like I know what the rules are going to be behind that.
Yep.
Then
There
it's
was
like,
there was a point when I would have been happy to see Ash saved, but like I would have been bummed out if I just got saved at the last second. I'd have been a little bummed out.
that would have been kind of funny.
You already
It would have.
shifted
It would
gears.
have.
You're
It's like
I'm gonna be a-
well, I guess they can
gonna be
stop
a
worrying
bard.
about this bard. Maybe he's an NPC until Ash fucks
If you
off.
rolled a 7 or lower, man, you would have been saved by that unicorn.
Glad that I wasn't. Now I'm off somewhere drinking his blood, doing some fucking ritual for Grizit.
I forgot that was his name.
When you level up, are you supposed to get full health, or were you?
You get the amount of HP. You get the amount of HP that you gain from the level,
Okay, cool.
and then you get the number of spell slots that you gain from the level.
I'm
But everything
awake.
else stays dead.
with 1 HP.
How so?
If I gain 7 from leveling up, then I'm at 1 because I was at -6.
I think narratively you're still
So
unconscious.
leveling up is a formality,
Okay.
and I want you to have the numbers on your sheet, and you all are there. But like,
Sorry.
does that make sense?
Fair enough.
Best thing about
Okay,
me no
so
longer
I
being
I want to get out of the way
Uh,
during like a break
Became an
period.
expert in investigation.
Uh,
So how would I know?
Since
what
I'm not a
to
wizard
add?
anymore, I actually have
Is
HP.
Is that how it technically happens?
Plus this.
What,
Is it
plus
technically?
That's what it sounded like.
6?
For
Because
what?
my HP went up.
No. So
Uh,
this 6 was
I would
from
say
this
that you
plus
probably
this.
didn't get
So
the
you're
experience
doubling your
while
proficiency
unconscious.
bonus.
But
So it's
that-
I haven't
Plus,
reflected
so
upon
6
what I
plus
learned
3.
because I'm not
Yeah, I
awake.
imagine that
I
you
would
guys
say-
are going to take a rest.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then you're literally going to die. And during that rest is when these things will take effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't take a rest now, then you're fucked. So I'm assuming that you guys are going to rest. That's why I'm
Press
having you
on,
do
find
crunch
the
the numbers
wizard.
now
Wink,
just to level
wink.
up so that when
Keep
your rest
pushing.
takes effect.
We're
Yeah.
gonna chase him down.
Um,
You're also at the
I'll just teleport back and finish you guys
Riled
off.
up.
Like I can do
Baldrick, you
that.
lay here.
Wild up.
But I
Eating
think
soda.
Pokey is gonna use
Yeah.
what he has left in his spell
Okay,
slots
so
to
in
use
this
Cure
case
Wounds
here.
on you.
That'd be great.
How many spell slots do you say you had left?
I have no
2,
idea.
3, something like that. I think you said you had 3.
I think you said 3.
When does your proficiency bonus change?
So right now Pokey's gonna
Almost
cast
right here, I'll show you.
Every 4 levels.
Cure
It
Wounds on
depends.
you once.
I don't think it's linear.
Gotcha.
Because the max is 6.
Oh, for mine it says. Is it different for?
No, I think it's the same across characters because
yeah,
you can
it's the same.
multi-class.
It's the same across
So
characters.
6. It
Or
goes
we'll
to
just
the
do all
9.
we'll just do all 3 and see what it would do,
Mm.
and we'll hand wave
Alright.
at that time.
Your next proficiency bonus is at level 9.
Is if you cast a spell on me, I go
that goes up
from
every
like if
4.
I'm at -6,
Yeah, you're right about that.
I
Goes up
just
every
go
4.
plus from the 0 healed, right?
Oh, and it's second level or higher. He said 3
Roll
2
for
level
more
2 spell
HP.
slots, right?
Yeah.
that's-
He used
So,
he
yeah,
used
roll that.
1 as a
I
second
haven't
level for
done-
sure.
Oh, I guess you put me on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he cast.
He did use 1 second
Roll
level.
that?
No, he
Yes.
didn't.
Yeah, he
What
cast
was it?
Cure
Cure
Wounds
Wounds,
as
That's
a
that's
first
second.
level.
And
Oh,
then
you
you
used it
add
as a second
Constitution
level?
So
bonus.
he
Yeah.
has 2
Cure
second level
Unicorn.
spell slots and
Yeah.
1
So
first
you
level.
increase this number by 10, and you're
So-
increasing your current health by 10.
I'm so excited.
I'll tell you what, being a bard, I'm going to actually have HP, which is nice.
Neat.
Because I have a little bit more HP and I rolled higher for my constitution. So that's nice.
So let's see. That would be.
I still didn't roll as well as you did across the board.
Wait, when's your hit point max?
But you're a fucking freak.
That-
In terms
yeah.
of like how well
Travis
you
rolled
rolled.
for me.
And when
Oh,
you,
in terms of how well
Wait, I
Travis
rolled what for you?
You
You
rolled
rolled
our
my character
characters
sheet.
for us.
I did.
He's
yeah.
talking about how great
It'll
my
say-
We
numbers
had,
are.
It
we
says
had
hit
great
die.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
what
You
you
guys
have
did.
for
I
your
rolled
hit
it in
die,
front of
you
everyone.
roll
Yeah.
another
That's
one of
awesome.
those and add that to your maximum hit.
Yeah, your character sheet's a fucking freak.
How
Yeah.
my hit die? You
Don't
you
I
do
know
it every
it?
time you level up.
Yeah.
Where would it say where my hit
Here,
die
let me see.
I think it's a six.
Should I spec into Rogue just for one level,
Do you
just
need
to
your
get the
pencil sharpened,
expertise?
Travis?
That's
Probably
alright.
not.
Um,
I will say.
It's a
oh, do you have
D10.
the
Warlocks,
non-noisy one?
Warlocks
So you roll a
are
D10.
a pretty decent
Where does it say?
class for.
It's
for
you see like where your hit points are,
Yeah.
and then like
because of
the
how weird
square
it is.
underneath it
I
to the
see.
left.
Hey, so
it's pretty
did you
beneficial
figure out what
for
his
them to, like,
spellcasting,
dip into other things.
modifier was?
Yeah, it's down there. It's +5.
Why do I have
It's
hit
down
dice
where?
total 5?
It's just
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Plus 5.
That's
okay,
that's
so
it's
10,
gonna be 6
11.
now.
Okay.
Your hit dice
11
total
HP.
is what
Alright,
level
I'm
you
at
are
11
of
HP
what
now.
class you are,
Right.
and that's how many hit die you can roll
he's
in a
doing-
short rest. to
He's
get
just gonna
HP
keep
back.
going.
he's using the rest
I have
of it.
no problems with that.
Plus
Does your speed
13.
or armor class ever go up?
Hey,
So
Armor class
24.
goes up if
Raw.
your dexterity
Oh.
goes
get back on
11.
the side of the table, man. There's more space.
11, 11, 13.
Your
And
armor-
Dex only goes up once.
I'll probably still
22,
bring my
Yeah,
yeah.
dexterity
30.
can be added by adding to this number,
This
which
guy
is done
here.
through magical
I'm
items.
almost
because
back
you
to
can't
where I
go
was
past
before I
12
got hit with
normal.
that big fucking sword.
So how would it be done if for Constitution
If you,
per se?
I mean,
All right. Well, I'm gonna wave at
your
Pokey.
Still
constitution.
not
Well, at a certain level,
And
they're
Pokey will
different
wave
per
back for the
class.
time
You
being.
can get
Nice.
a ability system improvement,
So I
which
waved
is
at
what
you
you got.
as Evil
I
Ash
remember that.
because a part of you is in me
Oh,
now,
that
and a
curse.
part of me is in you. So I want you to think about
I know
that.
this is ironic since you're about to be a bard, but you get inspiration for that.
Hey. Like I like as soon as you said that, I was like, if I'm fucking Evil Ash, I have got to fucking wave at people. That would be the best. That would be the best thing for like
yeah.
a demon lord
So
to
you
have.
can
Is
use
like
that
I've got this
ability
little part of this
to,
plucky,
like,
like
it's like-
eccentric
Perfect.
Baldur
Improve
cleric.
ability
Just
scores.
stare at
Yeah.
people and be like,
Specifically,
It's like
two of
mocking.
these numbers
Also,
you can add by one,
I was
or
gonna say,
one
oh
that
yeah,
you can add by
it would be
two.
awesome if you
So you
sang
can like
when
bring
you use your
charisma up
bardic
to 20.
inspiration.
And
So I've already considered
and
that.
that'll bring it up to
What
a 5
what
or
I've
4.
considered is
So
I'm gonna
instead of what I
have
just
instead
did,
of singing,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
construct limericks and
That's a whole different
haikus
thing. That's level specific.
Okay.
Some levels you get
that
That's
are
even better.
that are gonna be tailored to
Yeah.
specific people.
you have dexterity.
So I
Because I was gonna say I have a plethora of
but
instruments
you
here.
can't.
Yeah.
And a banjo
That
is in
sucks.
open G tuning,
I
so you don't
know
even have to
how
know
well
the
it's
chords.
in
Great,
armor
because
class.
Yeah, yeah,
then
you just
can go
strum.
to the
Yeah, I'm
store
like
and get
like
better
I
power.
like my brother had a
Roll
banjo.
over,
Banjos
that's
are the
gonna be
perfect. I
13
don't know how to
plus
play
this
instruments,
number.
but I want to strum something and just
That's
have
gonna
it
be
sound
18,
passable.
so
Yep.
Yeah.
16.
Uh,
16
Like
already
I
pretty
could
good.
basically
Other
like
times you
make
roll
it sound like I
over
was playing.
16
Oh
on a
fuck, what
D20.
was it?
I see. When you're rolling to hit, there is no bonus.
One chord in
Yes,
every
is
single
with
song that
weapons.
exists.
Also
Fucking,
affected by
the
character.
fucking national anthem.
So.
Not the national
Oh,
anthem.
okay.
Yeah, ba ba da 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 da. Yeah,
The
like
Star
that's the
Spangled
super.
Banner.
Yeah,
That
Star
is the
Spangled Banner.
national anthem, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not America the Beautiful, it's the Star Spangled Banner.
Either way, like you could just pick the thing up and just be like, all right, hit these things with no knowledge whatsoever, and that's exactly what it sounds
It's
like.
11 plus.
For leather, yeah.
It's the same way as playing the Meow Mix theme
I
on
believe so.
piano, or Joy to the World. You have to play them on a children's keyboard.
Meow, 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 meow.
Joy to the world.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, can I have a cat keyboard as a bard?
I'm so glad I had this sheet for me to play rather
This
than
gets
Yeah, right?
6 now.
No.
What does?
That was a good call.
great.
My hit
Yeah.
dice? I don't know what that means.
And it seemed like he was having a good time.
Oh, dude, yeah, he was loving it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just
Oh,
did
I
that.
already.
Yeah, that's good.
He hasn't.
6.
He wanted to play so bad
Your
that he
hit
was
dice
DMing.
total is how many dice you can
That's
roll
how bad he
during a
was.
short rest. To
He
I
wanted
mean,
to play so
regain
bad that he
HP.
came here.
Oh!
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's-
like,
So does that mean my
like
short rest
I know
is
you
only
have a
2
lot of
hours?
apprehension about like PvP,
Yeah,
but like when
short
it's
rest
done well,
is
that's
always
basically
2
what that
hours.
was. And
Yeah.
that was
I
fun.
just have
And
never done
I
it.
think it
Yeah.
was great. Yeah.
I just have apprehension about it when
Your
it
long
comes
rest
to a
is 4
cohesive
hours?
party, but as far as the story was going, there was no
Because
other
there's so
way.
many times
Yeah, and
where
it
I
also
could've
helps
just
I'm a fucking
woken up
DM.
after 2 hours
Yeah,
and taken
exactly.
some HP because
Yeah, it
it's
was
not like I'm
just
replenishing the
Everything
fucking
about
spell
it was
slots.
great.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a
God
good
damn
time.
it. But more.
You guys have
So
more
that-
space.
Yeah.
I'm
But,
glad that
a
you were
long
under
rest-
2
prepared,
hours,
so I
2
had the
hours.
excuse to
That's
just
all I
like,
really
yeah, let's drag
need.
this out,
That's
see
not
what
hurting.
happens.
For
Well,
hours.
even if I'm hurting. Well, 2 hours though is like I
So
could
are
have
you
kept watch
What is
many
you
different times.
What'd you
You
heal back up
always-
to?
I
I
made it
tried
like
to unless
34.
you're like, I'll
So
do it, and I'll be like,
you
okay,
got
well,
it.
if you
If you
want to go first.
Yeah, I'm
But
at
if you don't
34.
take a long rest,
So is everyone
you get
leveled up?
exhaustion.
Yeah.
Oh, if you
Like,
if,
Wait, you mean do
if
we
you don't take
oh,
long rests.
I
is
rolled
everybody
out.
leveled
remember
up?
me?
You guys leveled up?
Yeah.
Where'd you guys
When I
land?
drank
Did you
that
guys
crack
get?
milk.
Yeah.
So you're
We're
up
done.
now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Here,
Wait, how'd you get up?
someone get rid of the 2 ashes.
Pokey
No,
used
they
the
go in
rest.
Wow, they go in the oh
Pokey
no.
cast cure wounds
Gotcha. Okay.
a few times.
On Baldric.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So Baldric is sewed
At
up.
34.
and
I feel
barely
much
alive.
better.
Oh, he feels much better.
Well, yeah. and
Magically
sleep,
so
you'll
now.
be okay.
Magically feel better. I
Also,
feel
that was
magical.
Such a perfect piece for Demon Ash with the
Yeah.
staff and the sword.
That
Yeah,
was.
we were talking.
That was.
We were talking about this. So I've been painting
Yeah, she
that.
showed me the picture
and
of
I
her
was
when she
like,
was over here painting, and I was like, "That's your
Yeah,
that's your
what
evil ash
we were
right
talking
there."
about too with the ruby. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is perfect.
Yep.
With bat wings.
Awesome.
It's like a ruby with like bat wings.
Yeah.
on it. It's like,
I just posted a picture of the bard on the Discord channel.
Nice.
Yes, to save me the trouble of having to describe what I look like.
Cheater.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
Tiefling,
like
tiefling,
Tiefling.
tiefling.
How are you like an evil looking tiefling? though?
They all look evil. They
They
got
all look
infernal.
evil.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
true.
Racist.
Well, because
They're infernal
That is
heritage.
racist,
yeah.
I mean, like they have demonic.
We're all
That
evil
is
looking.
racist.
They have a demonic bloodline. so-
here we go, 2 charisma-based characters. And
Yeah.
we're
Here-
gonna
but I already thought about this because in character, he doesn't actually utilize his high charisma.
I'm actually
Yeah, he does.
relatively.
He doesn't, not frequently.
He's always trying to milk
Like,
I'm at
grandmas or
19.
whatever.
Yeah, like I
milk
remember.
'em.
I remember
Thank you.
He is
legitimately
always milking it.
multiple moments as Ash where
Mine's
I'm just
low, I
like,
think.
malarkey. I know you're good at talking our way through things. Talk to these people.
I
He's
don't know
like,
where
"I don't
you
feel
got
like
this
it."
Mine's-
impression of me.
Alright.
He's like, I don't feel like
Ryan.
it.
Mine's low, I think. It's 0.
No proficiencies. Yeah, mine's 19. What the hell?
No, 0 plus. I'm at 10. Sorry.
Okay, there you go.
And no pluses. I was like, wait a
So you're
minute.
still at the
Zero.
No charisma.
Charisma 0.
Charisma
Barbarian,
10.
perfect.
No.
My
You
only
cannot roll a
proficiency is
0 on a
deception,
D20.
so I guess I should just use that.
You
more.
can if you try hard enough.
Be more of a liar. I gotta start lying to more people
Hey, I've got a
Hell
liar.
yeah.
and demanding the truth.
Hell yes.
I've got a
So
liar.
Thomas was
It's just
watching
pronounced a little differently.
thing
A loot?
on
Beer.
A loot.
I don't know if I told you this, so he knew.
Like, what do bards play? A lute? Why not?
I-
Yeah, dude, they did play lutes.
When
Don't
he
you
was
fucking
watching
laugh
you,
at
I-
me.
I was like,
fucking
that's kind of
the
what
road
it's like
to El
going
Dorado.
DMing.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
somebody isn't.
I saw you do that motion and I was like, I know exactly what
He
you're
was just
doing.
watching it all. He's like,
The joke about the road to El Dorado is that's the story you get whenever it's a rogue and a bard hanging out in the
noticed
adventure.
that.
Because that's exactly what that is.
That's it.
It's the best.
Alright.
So, as where we left off before the break, I guess.
Ash took off. He's like, peace the fuck out.
As Ash
Just smoked off, yeah.
As Ash raises his staff into the air, this sort of field of black and red energy surrounds him in a ball. He's holding a bloody unicorn in one hand and his staff
Bloody
in the
unicorn
other.
leg.
Bloody unicorn leg in one hand and his staff in the other. As this ball surrounds him and you guys, in the chaos of everything, watch him blip away, you see the smoke trailing out from, and then from the unicorn who now is coming down to one knee, and then coming down to two knees. You see the smoke itself as Ash blips out of existence. You see smoke pouring out of the unicorn's area where its leg used to be, sort of thigh bone. It's moving up its body as it starts to dissipate.
I'm gonna run over and grab. No, I'm just kidding.
Pokey hops off the unicorn, runs straight to Baldric without even thinking twice, throwing both his hands down at him as he's just like blank, unconscious, like eyes rolled into the back of his head, and like from his paws, like you see this fur stand on end, and you see this sort of golden energy like surrounding Baldric's body as he breathes him back to life. His claws kind of digging in as he's nervous, like hoping that the magical power that he has left from this battle and the last essence of his being, he's like bleeding on top of Baldric at the same time. It's like this golden energy is just pulling his life force back into his body. On his last legs, he kind of sits back. You said you're running over to the unicorn.
I don't know.
We'll say,
For clarity, she's not running because she's got 3 points of exhaustion.
She's
so
she's
done.
you're doing what
literally
you
dragging
can to
herself.
run over
It has
to
a
the
broken
unicorn.
tail.
When you get over there, you see the sort of black smoke, like consuming its body, like slowly as it moves its way up, washing like waves against
I'm
its
gonna
legs.
hold the horn while it's disappearing.
You come down, you grab the
I don't want to
unicorn's
rip
horn.
it off while it's still like.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
like, you feel a message in your head, and it's telling you through images. You see imagery of like, of yourself like digging in with your dagger and cutting out the horn in its head. You see imagery of the party moving along. You see this huge, dark black court of drow and other like mixed races of creature that you've never seen before, and this tall, slender, beautiful, but somehow like deformed humanoid woman in front of you. You're holding the horn and your party is surrounding you. They're not in your sight. You gather from this information the unicorn is asking you to remove its horn.
Alright, I'm cutting that horn out with my dagger.
As you pull your dagger out, you kind of
That
get like
sounds-
sort of
that
the
sounds
last blips.
Sketchy imagery, but I guess.
The last blitz of you holding this horn as you're handing it over to this tall, slender, dark figure in this dark black hall of onlooking, almost mutated creatures. It's all fuzzy like a dream with it's like a dripping painting. You can't like make heads or tails of anyone's faces or any particular features except like the horn, and handing it off to this sort of like purple hand. You see like some sort of magic happening as emanating from the horn where it comes from as you put your first cut of the dagger into like the skull of the unicorn. You feel a cry of pain, but at the same time like almost a sigh of relief as you see in this imagery in your head before you a piece of the unicorn's head sort of forming back on the horn in this dark hall with all this dripped painting faces. This unicorn is reforming itself.
Gonna get cursed. Alright, but
And
I'm gonna.
you keep cutting in, pulling out, and as the knife jabs in and you pull the horn out, you kind of like, as it comes out from like the muscle and the skin and you're pulling, you see it still sort of attached. As this skull is coming out, you see the skull of this unicorn, and it is not the skull of a horse, but rather the skull of a human attached to this horn. This human skull is coming out, and as you're breaking it away, you see the finalization of these hands sort of waving over this horn in this black hall. The unicorn seems to have its full body there, and it's like rises up its golden mane throwing off sparkles.
Before you kill him, ask him where the girl is.
You
Or we just.
separate the horn from the skull.
It would be nice to
And
ditch
this
her.
piece of bone with like sort of meat and blood like dripping off it. All the blood seems to wash away like into the unicorn as the smoke consumes the rest of the body of the unicorn, holding the horn in your hand. Through the different images and the different sensations that you gathered from this unicorn, it's hitting all your senses, your sense of smell and hearing and sight and touch. You've got this glowing sort of understanding of what the message the unicorn was trying to
the
convey.
unicorn from some
And
curse.
you understand that the unicorn was asking you to bring its horn to the Unseelie Court for its revival in Feywild. And
Alright, hold on.
Seems
You
like
just got a quest from a
that
unicorn.
seems like a ways to go.
Alright, what kind of court?
Seems like a lot of work.
It's not even as
I'm gonna
clean if
throw
you
this
say
yeah,
it
there's
well.
an
Yeah.
imagery that the unicorn is asking you to bring its horn to the Unseelie Court in the of the Feywild.
As in, like, they need to recall.
Yeah,
So
the
that it
knot
can
of
be
the sealant.
Yeah.
revived into its
Yeah,
true form.
there's a lot of moisture seeping through because that's unsealing. Travis, you like that? Getting ready to be a bard, bud.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Alright. Cool.
Yeah, what if it was an annoying bar with like a weird drum set and like
So,
so.
The rest of
I have a
So-
drum.
like a one-man band. Oh, we
It's
have
just
to.
got-
You're like, oh my god, it's like, your shit's getting in the way. Quit hitting me with your fucking drum. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
true.
the rest of the unicorn's body fades away. As it
That
does,
he wears.
Baldric rises up, almost seeming to be in better shape than Pokey himself as the fur is dripping off his body. You guys have seen a lot of like the black darkness drip away. As you stand there, the pool itself becomes serene again as the unicorn's body is gone. You're all standing in the
blood
Well-
of the unicorn.
Pokey kneeling. The bloody. No, the blood has just been. Everything is gone. The smoke is consumed to the blood, the meat. Banana's standing there with the unicorn horn in her hand. With, it doesn't seem to have lost its complete magical glow, but it's dimmed. And the rest of you are kind of like piecing yourselves together, like trying to figure out exactly what happened. Your adrenaline is going down, and as the moonlight hits you, you see that the moon has shifted in an unusual direction. It's almost as if it swung upwards and to the right and stayed there. And as the moonlight hits you and like your sweat cools you down, you start to feel like the pains and the wounds from the battle that you were just in.
Alright, I'm gonna grab my bedroll from wherever
This thing.
it
Yeah,
left it on the
guys.
ground over
Do
there.
you want to find some else? I don't. Wait, where?
I think we just need to sleep outside.
Oh
This
yeah, for
seems like a
sure. But
good
maybe
place.
cuddled up against a wall.
There's a
Conk out,
nice
just like-
corner by this well.
Yes,
Oh,
or,
we're right there.
or you
not
can
high.
just sleep in the woods, I guess.
Or in the well. We could just sleep in the well.
That
You
seems
know
like a
what?
safe
I
spot.
bet this is probably safe enough.
It was
Let's
a unicorn's
ignore the
house.
moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's
Let's
gotta be
ignore the
charmed.
moon.
I'm gonna
Um,
sleep in
we could
between
have-
that circle of trees,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that would be mine.
Right where that unicorn was sleeping
Sacredness.
before
Yeah.
we double killed
Just
it.
put a bunch of flashlights
You killed
pointed
it,
right at
and
us.
then killed it.
You guys, I
I don't
got
know
a
about you.
quest
Are you
from
going
the
in there?
unicorn.
We got a quest from a
You in
unicorn?
Yeah,
Sure,
to
why
bring
not?
the
Fuck it.
horn to some place to
The
revive
unicorn's gone.
Oh, so we can still save the unicorn?
it. Yeah,
Alright.
now that I have the horn, I kind of just want to keep it.
If I bring your scale to the place, do you think they'll
Okay.
make another you?
So
Whatever.
I guess we are getting ready to summon a hardcore sleep.
I wonder if you could do like blood magic.
All right,
with
yeah,
ashes
you guys
too.
can do. You guys gonna take a rest?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's nap time.
It's long rest time.
All right, are you guys gonna sleep in like the unicorn's old lair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We
Alright,
figured.
No tripwires this time. Sorry, Anna.
Yeah, we don't
It's
have
alright.
anything to.
It's just nap time.
All right, so yeah, you guys
Do you
lay
think we'll
down.
miss them?
You guys lay down on the soft grass.
Later.
It's exceptionally soft, softer than your bedroom
Roll a
package in
D20.
tower.
With that,
As you guys drift off to sleep,
we don't get to fucking sleep. As we drift off to sleep, we get awoken by.
Yeah, but what does he get if he like kicked Ash's ass the most hardcore way you possibly could have? So you have
To
fulfilled
death.
your
In the head.
promise.
You kicked
Have
him
you
to
fulfilled
death.
your promise?
Now, is there any kind of spell you guys could do to like something?
Oh yeah, that
I
note
have-
just brings me to Ash. We can go
I
find him
have-
later.
Let's rest
have
for
Ash's-
Oh god.
Find him again.
I have his tooth. Remember?
So, as you're ruminating before you go to sleep, you make a insight check.
Always fun.
Me?
15.
Heyo.
Just like
As you're ruminating about the events that have come to pass, all the way coming in town and leading up to finding this unicorn, you've thought about it a lot, and you've come to realize that the note itself is leading you, when you use the command word, it is leading you to something it is that you may be seeking that also may be connected to the note itself. You think about the glyph that you saw in the building, you think about Ash's connection to the Oni and your whole group's connection to the Oni, and you come to realize that perhaps this is a tool that the Oni has been using himself to get around. You remember that the paths that it took you on were all paths where you go unnoticed and unobstructed. Everywhere you walked, everywhere you went, you were avoiding sight, you were avoiding the guards, and the trail would shift depending on how it needed to save you. So you've come to see that the magical properties of this note are speaking the command word, and when you do, it will lead you to a place that you need to go, as long as it's connected to the glyph that's the seal on the note itself.
That's
And
cool.
it'll take you the most secret path,
They're
and the
speaking
path
of
will
what word?
change so that you can
The
go
like
unseen.
command word, which we figured out while
Neat.
talking about something
Yeah.
else.
Probably shouldn't write random shit on that.
Essentially, it's like a hardcore version of Pass Without a Trace, leading you to where what you desire that might be connected to,
It highlights your quest
connected to the
objective.
Ani, or anywhere the Ani has gone,
Gotcha.
including but not limited to possibly where the Ani lived.
Oni's house.
Sorry, town.
And so you fall asleep. You also, with this insight, you feel like with all this experience you've gained and thinking over the past few days, you've just obtained this sort of beautiful knowledge of you feel an increased power and increased confidence in the things that you're doing.
Oh boy, more confidence. Yes.
Which all of you feel as you lay down to rest. You like ruminate over the past few days and all the experience you've gained, like fighting the things you've fought, avoiding the things you've avoided,
Those
tricking the people you've
points where we
tricked,
experienced
beheading
so
the
much.
beasts that you've beheaded,
Thousands of them.
getting exhausted as you possibly could.
Oh my god.
This is really as tired as anyone.
Wait,
This
wait,
is the
yeah.
makings of
Yeah, I don't think I'm
Have fun
thinking
waking
about
up with
anything.
2
Waving
Your
to
sleeping dreamless fucking unconscious.
I'm gonna say that
Bananas
because,
ugly sleeping.
because the experience and the level up and everything you've been going, it's gonna remove this long rest is gonna remove 2 points of exhaustion.
So I just have one left.
Yeah, just
that
skill.
one's not too bad.
That's better. It's good.
Skill's
You-
better than attack and movement.
Yeah.
You, while you're sleeping, you have dreams of the demonoid form of Ash, and when you do, it separates out and you see 2 creatures. You see Ash, but not who he was. You see another hooved creature with blue skin and red eyes, big horns coming out of its head. It's got like a gleaming purple body that is just like a beautiful body. Actually, a lot like the
Nice.
Bard picture that you're seeing here. Like a very attractive, but like, what are those called? What are those creatures called?
Is
The,
he hairy or
Tiefling?
is he...
no, the creatures with the hooked
Shaded.
legs.
Satyr?
Yeah, it's almost like a satyr,
Mhm.
but like bigger and stronger. You're drawn to it. You look at it, and it's almost like you want to be a part of this person's life, like whoever it is. You see Ash standing next to him. You see a few other creatures standing next to them, and as they do, they like rise up to the
He's Mr.
material plane
Thomas.
from this dark place, and you see them
Feed some people
pushing
some
out
chocolates,
across the
Swedish
material
light,
plane.
something to
The
light,
map,
Swedish light.
it's the sort of what you know of Fallcrest and the maps you've seen. You see the map of Fallcrest, and you see the characters Ash, Grisette, and the other characters starting at a flood, and the flood of black just comes down from the top of Fallcrest, pouring over. It pours over the mountaintops, it seeps across the mountains, and then like small tendrils of it sort of leak out across the southern region of Fallcrest as this black starts to encompass the rest of the map.
So humans are
Thanks, Thor.
Yeah. And then when you guys awake, you find a crow resting on your shoulder.
No shit.
Him?
Yep.
Baldric does?
Just giving out like
Smell like a gorilla.
On Baldric's shoulder?
Yeah. Right before you wake up, Malarkey, all you hear is this sort of deep, like, voice. It's like sinking. It kind of vibrates your body, which is part of what wakes you up. And it's saying, "Who will awake me from my slumber?"
Ooh.
Don't do it.
The King of Wonders.
Ooh.
Who awakes my slumber?
When you guys wake up, you're in the soft grass. You don't know how much time has passed, but the moon seems to have swung the opposite way across the sky,
Fucking
Yeah.
yo-yoing.
landing in the place that it was before, casting
Yeah.
moonlight down on
Time
you
loop.
and the trees.
I think this is like a
walls.
little moon-only unicorn land. So,
Like this isn't Kansas anymore.
you know, like just this little spot. I think
Mark
is
it on the map.
just-
Moon only unicorn land.
Yeah, I feel like this is what's happening right here.
Instead
But-
of sunshine.
Well, I mean, they like the pools and the moon, so this is its lair. Then the
I'm just doing
unicorn
rangers.
spot. I don't know. You guys want to go somewhere?
You wanna hang out?
Man.
So we could go on this horn quest if you want. Or
Did y'all sleep well? Have any weird dreams? Everybody sleep?
oh,
I had this
Feeling
really,
great.
really
Weird
weird dream about demons, pretty much destroying everything.
Oh god.
That was
That
pretty
one's
cool.
a fun one.
Yeah. So that
slept
was
like a fucking
wasn't my
baby.
favorite.
Although I
That's all
feel,
of the nightmares.
I
that
feel like
had.
I've got a lot more experience than I did before.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully after all of the decisions we made in the last. Dude, that was
I
one
feel
day.
glad
It
to
feels
not
like it's been a
be-
week.
Controlled. But my brain's not being controlled. That
been
feels
like
good.
3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Thor was trying to tell me that Ash and his new demon friends are probably gonna try to destroy the whole continent, starting from the north,
The north
working
is
thear way down south.
the north is where all the humans are on the other side of the mountains.
That makes sense. Those guys are dicks.
Ash was a human too.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Alright, so where are you guys gonna go?
Bar?
Do you
Because
wanna
I
walk-
could use a
Do you
drink.
want to walk like 2 weeks to the bar?
Yes.
2 weeks to the bar. No way. Oh god.
Let's not go back the way that we came. If
Why not?
you guys are down.
Yeah.
Like that was.
Yep.
I'm down.
We know for a fact there's no minotaurs that way. We don't know that about other routes.
It's also like the worst getting through there.
Yeah, you guys want to go see some decay?
I almost was like, I have so much
It's only
wine,
been
but
like
that's
8
about the
hours.
Oh boy.
Barely got maggots.
So you guys going sort of, are you guys gonna head the opposite direction that you came from?
Yeah, just keep going
Do
north.
you guys want to walk along the river, the way the river's going?
Yeah,
Yeah,
follow the river
arrows.
down
Yeah, we
Follow
could
the
do
river
that.
up.
or down.
Well, the way the arrows are going.
The way that you want to go downstream to the coast,
Sure.
or upstream to the mountains.
Sure.
When they generally build
I know how
villages like where
rivers
fresh
work,
water,
by the way.
you know,
proficient in
meets
rivers.
oceans,
I'm
so-
proficient
Yeah,
in
I figure like.
I
the
figure
coast-
like that's probably gonna take us to a bar.
map making.
Yeah, the coast would probably be
Topography.
better. I don't really think we
No.
should go to the mountains and fight like dragons and
By
stuff.
the way, there's a race called
I'm
furbolgs
afraid-
that do look exactly like that. Furbolgs are basically saugers. except for like more homely looking.
So you guys'
Stumpy.
surroundings as they are right now, you have these sort of short walls that are around you that you were sort of battling in, not taller than 10 feet. You've got the clear pond, you've got the
well.
you've got the well, and then across the river on the other side that you came in is the tall wall on the entrance you came from. Those huge 200-foot walls that you saw when you came in, where the trees were sort of sticking in and out of. They're coming across the other side in the opposite of the direction you came. There's another wall, a huge 100-foot wall on the other side, sort of far off in the distance through some of the trees.
Well, before we go anywhere, we should probably look around for that kid.
Aww.
Little orgy.
Poor little Orgy had to sleep in the woods by herself.
I think she's in a better place now, guys.
Does anyone like have sort of like a history of animals or sort of?
Yeah, I got animal stuff.
I think I read that book.
Mine's history.
I got animal handling, nature.
Nature?
I have history and investigation.
Nature seems like a good one.
Proficiencies.
I have
Nature and
Arcana.
animal handling?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in a woods full of things that eat small children.
I don't know. I feel like I have
Yeah.
like.
What does my insight say about
The unicorn would have put her in another
apes
dimension.
that will
I have
eat
a
birds
science
but
and
not
handling.
children? Oh, nothing on those?
Is
Is
Cool.
that crow still
They
with
Hold on.
me?
sit forever.
Does anyone have? Yeah, it's sitting on your shoulder.
I think animal handling would be good. I got
Super
proficiency
weird.
in that.
Could have swore that thing.
Huh? Yeah. So if that's your
She's gonna
thing,
slow us
go ahead
down.
and make a
It's
nature
in
check.
it's in wisdom.
So we'll put her in charge of
Yeah,
the
that's
wisdom.
it.
Make a nature check.
+1 crow.
You said you have
Put her in charge
proficiency
of
in
the
nature, right?
orphanage. Kill the
Leave
old
her
lady.
there.
An animal handling.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
She's gonna
yeah.
drag
Yeah,
us
I thought
down.
You're a ranger.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
could
I
probably
got a
sell her. She was like
kid
200 gold.
unnatural
Yeah, children are my goal.
in nature.
Okay.
That was just
From what you
bad.
know of
You
unicorns,
bought her freedom.
they can
Yeah.
teleport.
Yeah.
They can teleport
I can sell it.
themselves and up to 3 other creatures a mile away from where they are.
So it's probably not worth yelling for her.
We
she's
already
lost cause.
slept for like 4 hours, 8 hours.
8 hours.
So she's.
Why didn't you
They're
spend
doing
the other
great.
4
You
don't
hours
know how
looking
long you
for your
slept, but you
daughter?
definitely
It's not
feel
my
the benefits of a full
child.
rest.
Alright. Do you think we should look for the girl?
Yeah.
We should probably try to find
You
her.
bought it. And I raised
It.
I say yeah.
All right.
I
so-
could try yelling really loud.
This is not how you responsibly own a pet.
Or,
What is that?
Lord
What's
of
that-
Blasting!
you're not here,
That
Ash.
circle thing
Leave
right
my
in
hand.
your book? What's that?
That's a statue.
A statue?
What?
I almost wanted to teleport right to you and just throw a whole bunch of my blood in your mouth, not knowing what that would do, but thinking it would be funny.
I'm gonna go check out
Oh
that
my
statue.
god.
Go straight.
Maybe we'd
evil
turn it.
dead.
So you walk over in the pale moonlight and
Dance with the devil.
you dance with
Cool.
the devil, and after finishing
We already
dancing with
did
the
that.
devil, you notice in the corner of your eye as you finish your dance that there is a marble statue gleaming in the light. It's a white marble statue, and it looks like a very tall elven woman with the whole statue is just white with like little black marble pieces in it, and she's standing very
Oh,
tall
shit,
with
son.
very large
Beep,
pointy
beep, beep,
ears.
beep, beep, beep.
She's got long flowing hair coming down, and she has a creature to her right and a creature to her
I
left.
don't know. Let's see if I know who this is.
The one on the left is sort of like a playful looking satyr. Not young, but small, and sort of like has a young look carved into its face. And to her right, she has a sort of cat-looking creature. It's got sort of vines wrapped around it, almost elf-like long ears.
Pokey,
A
is
dog,
that you?
a dog-like snout that is all its
Anubis.
features are kind of exaggerated. Her face is just like perfectly sleek. Like when you look at her face, you almost become charmed by like the beauty of her face, and
It's
the
an
locks of
elven?
her hair are like covered in sort of like vines and pieces of sticks.
Is there anything written on it?
No.
I'd like to examine the stonework.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Yeah. It's not stone. It's marble.
Marble's a
Marble's
stone.
a stone.
Oh. Can we edit that? I'm gonna edit that out.
Probably a good idea.
It's a fabric, isn't it?
Marble, it's glass.
Sorry, I'm tired. Okay, it is
Made
stone
of
marble.
marble.
Anyways, it's like nothing you've. It's carved like
Glued
nothing you've
together.
seen before. It seems to be almost magical in its nature. It's so smooth. It's beyond any artistry you've come across. It's beyond dwarven. It's beyond elven.
It's not possible.
It is. Yeah, it looks like it was sort of created in one go. Like as you run your hands across it, it's like a smooth. Like even though
Seamless
it
work.
seems to have been
Like it
there.
was cast or something.
Yeah.
Beyond
Just
cast,
injection
there's not
molded
even
statues.
casting marks. It's as if everything else just fell away in the smooth glass.
It's actually just made of plastic.
Or perhaps it was made with
3D printed.
some sort of liquid
Can
that
I
melted away.
roll
3D printed.
for history at all? Since she's an elven woman,
Absolutely.
may I see if I know who this is?
My mom would also like to roll to see what I know.
11 plus 6.
Hmm?
Oh my god. History.
History?
Yeah, 11 plus 6.
Yeah.
5 plus 5.
16.
History?
Yeah.
Oh, it should
That's
be
plus 3,
6.
that's plus 3. So
Oh,
that's 6.
thank you. Idiot!
What a
Wow.
fucking dumbass. God.
No. Let me see. Okay.
As you examine the statue,
17.
as you examine the statue, it kind of clicks, and you go back to your elven folklore, and you recognize her, and she is Titania,
Yep. Knew it.
the goddess of,
bulletproof.
or well, not the goddess, the queen of the Sealy court of the Feywild.
And more
Oh,
like
give her that
Titania, the goddess of being fine.
Who said that? Who's there?
I smell barns.
Now don't get them confused. Queen of the Sealy court, not the young Sealy court.
How do you spell Sealy?
S-E-E-L-I. And on Sealy, you just
Wow.
put none of them.
Yeah. That's
Yep, it's weird.
Fair question, honestly.
okay.
Yep.
So this, did you relay this information to me?
I am relaying this information to you. I know who this is. This is Queen of the Seal.
That's titanium.
Is that Queen of the
Titania.
Titania.
Queen of the
Yeah,
Sealy.
yeah, joke.
Cool, because the unicorn
Glorious.
horn, I was supposed to take it to the unsealy court.
Oh, so don't give
Ooh,
it to
so
this
what
lady.
in the hell?
I don't know. If
Well, no. I mean,
well, I mean, yes, no,
Can I roll
We should
history
give it
to
to
see
the
if I know what the
statue,
fuck a Sealy court
obviously.
is?
but
I do not know what the Sealy court is.
Are you sure?
What'd you roll?
It's a 7.
It's a 7? You know that the Sealy court is the most wonderful and respected court of the Feywild.
The Sealy court is?
can I roll? Can I? If I roll to see if I know anything
You have
about what's going
proficiency
on?
in history.
I
What are your
do.
Right.
proficiencies?
weird
No, I
like
don't have
blood magic to
proficiency.
bring his unicorn
My
back.
proficiency's in like saving throws, and strength, dexterity, and constitution.
Yeah, I think mostly Raw wouldn't give a fuck about the history of the statue.
But how strong can I hit someone with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Trying to
real
think.
I just want to know if I
question.
know anything.
How many
about
hits
it.
would this statue take before I can
But I wouldn't
decapitate
necessarily
You-
know anything about it.
3.
Wouldn't necessarily.
Really
say about it. And I think as far as Ra goes, I don't think Ra would necessarily
Yeah.
care about some fucking smooth
See,
marble
everyone's
statue.
writing
Unless you wanted to chop its head off. and
Titanium.
use it as a trophy.
Yeah.
Because I wrote it too.
Maybe insight on how structurally sound the marble is
Looks
what you
Yeah.
really
were
Wait,
strong.
roll
Maybe
on-
it's a
Can
mummy.
I
You should break it.
It could be a mummy.
get any of this marble to keep with me?
Yeah, that's what Ra would be.
Create a dagger
I
out of it.
think.
Yeah, I got you.
Don't break it. It's way beyond
Can you hit it with your smashy hammer?
our magical capacity.
I'm sure I can.
You
It's
mean
like right
this?
there.
Would
You
you?
mean this
Guys.
hammer?
Alright,
See,
I don't
now
think
you just
this
need
is
to
a
be
good
this
idea.
guy.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
really well made.
Would
I
you
like it.
kindly? You might
So
make
that
it
means
even
we should
better.
break the
That would be
structure?
something to brag about, making this one even better.
Oh my god.
You gotta give it a
It's
shot.
clearly
Oh,
made by
God.
magic. I don't want to touch it.
You're
Right?
made by magic.
It's made
Come
by
on,
magic.
don't-
We
don't be
can't
that
even
way.
comprehend.
I feel
Maybe
like
don't
the
fuck with it.
unicorn wouldn't really go, or it wouldn't put the girl anywhere.
What if she's
Or,
in
like,
the
they
statue?
didn't want us to find her?
I'm gonna knock on the
She's
statue.
like a mile away, it seemed like.
You're
So.
gonna knock on the statue.
Yep.
Yeah, but up
Um,
to a mile.
Your knuckles cascade off the statue almost as if like you can't even get a beat on it. It's so smooth
It's
that
so
if you go to
smooth.
knock on it, it's just like it feels like you're just kind of
Greased
scraping
up.
your knuckles on lip gloss.
Does it just make you want to ruin it
Um,
though?
But you do,
I just want to touch it.
yeah. But it's cold.
You say
you
knuckles
can't-
on
it's
lip
cold?
gloss?
Yeah.
Is that what you
You can't touch it, but it's cold.
Well, no, he's touched it. He already ran his fingers across it looking for the
Wait,
stonework.
Maya, I have a visual
Um,
for you.
Because marble is stone, Travis.
It could have been marbles.
Marble statue.
Well, let's just leave it alone. It's like knuckles on lip gloss, so.
Did you try it?
That's what they're doing.
Does it feel as creepy as I think it does?
That's what Travis.
It feels like someone rubbing lip gloss on your knuckles.
Alright, what? Let's, I think we should get out of here.
Done.
For the girl. She's
Get
obviously
the
not
frick
here.
out of hell.
Can I, like, help this really tall wall? Where is this at?
Beep boop beep boop 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 boop
Like-
boop.
Is
In the
it kinda,
distance,
like,
it might be a new city.
just on the
So where
outside
you're
of
where
the-
you're at the statue,
Oh my, like,
if you're
Is that a cat?
say you're facing the front of the statue right here, then behind you is the
Oh, for
entrance
sure.
you came in. That huge, tall, 200-foot wall.
Is
They
it
go out. They go out to the sides about what's that? You know, to your right, it's
Double
about
crosser for
5, 10,
life.
15, 20. It's about 25 feet away on your right, and the other wall is about like I don't know.
Okay, but
It's
there's
like 100
there's
or
like
80 feet
gaps
to your left.
in the wall, right?
No, the walls are structured. There are trees grown into the wall.
Okay.
But there's no
Where is this?
there's no wall.
This is like this outer wall around this
This
10-foot wall.
is the ancient elven temple
Oh,
that you guys
okay.
entered. But it is still part of nature. The roof has faded away with time. But the
So you're saying these walls are like 200 feet tall?
no, those
No,
walls
those
are
are 10.
10-foot walls.
Okay.
Those
Kind of
were-
like where the paper is. There's like
yeah, sort of the
Oh,
edges
okay.
of the paper
Alright,
is where
alright.
the walls are.
Gotcha.
All right.
Is so the one behind the statue is the one that you guys came in on. The one at the far end is, and the side ones are unexplored.
All right, I'm gonna go check out this wall closest to me, like this side.
Okay.
I want to
Where
try to
that big
scoop
tree
up
is that tree grown into it?
all the pieces of the broken sphere.
this here.
Yeah, is that tree grown into it? The wall.
No, it's a super tall tree, but I think there are some. There's one on that side that's grown into the wall, and I don't know the book's covering, but on that side of the wall, you go over and they're just large pieces of stonework covered in moss and vines, similar to the ones that you were going through when you went through the maze.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the one where the tree's grown into it.
Okay.
I
When you-
want to see if I can climb it.
Where's that?
Right here, where the paper's ripped.
Going through the crack.
You wanna try and climb the tree?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I can look out over the top of the wall.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Queen of Sealy Court.
I have to persuade the tree to climb it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's not a good sign.
Ian missed out.
So you go to climb the tree, and the tree kind of like slumps you off.
Slump off
Can I
banana.
communicate with the tree?
Maybe.
Yo,
You can
tree.
certainly try.
Oh,
Can
tree.
you hear me?
You hear like the large creaking, the sort of as it kind of like forms around. You hear this old voice, like. Just hello.
Hi.
You want to climb me?
Yeah, I was just trying to see over the wall.
The feely
You know,
court.
I don't really want to get out of here the way we came in.
I've been growing a long time, but I don't quite reach the top.
What are we supposed to do with the
man.
ends? Get it
Alright.
sapped.
Yeah, take the elder tree's sap and bring it
Is
to
there
his
an
wife.
inquiry I
I
can
don't
help
know.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, do you know any way that
Really wish Mara
even
was
know.
here.
Wow, I've been
She'd
so
know what to
lonely
do.
for
Yeah.
so long.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, she
you're
rarely
right.
knew what to do, but she'd know what to
To
do.
meet someone
This
else that can
time.
speak
Rock.
She
common
would
is
know what to do.
so refreshing. I have so
Do you have
many
any
questions.
notes on-
You have questions for me?
Yes.
On the ends.
Alright, I'll answer a few.
Original shit with the ends.
I'm
Oh, I've forgotten them all.
Very little, not a lot.
How long have I been here?
We need it
I
sap.
have no
that's all I
idea,
know.
dude.
30,000 years.
Barter for sap.
I'm
I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah.
It's something
Amber,
to
we're
do
gonna
with
Banana.
it's something
Not
to
for
do
a
Is that tree
tree, though.
talking?
it's something to do with saving.
There are
someone's
many
daughter.
of you here. Would you like to join me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that tree's
I'll just
talking.
sit the tree is
Yeah,
there.
come check it out, guys.
Who did we let down? Everyone?
Someone's daughter.
This is not the first time you tried to climb a tree and it's left you off.
I know, dude.
That's like
Climb a
immediately
fucking
my first
regular
note.
tree, dude. Like,
They keep always being fucking ends.
Turns out you just magically
where do you
transform
come
trees
to
into
wave to
ends
the
and
tree?
climb them.
Oh, that's very nice. I would love to wave back. Where do you come from?
Like right over there.
Is that east?
No, like behind me.
How
Are you
long?
lost?
Is that
yeah,
west?
how long have you been here?
I
You
don't
just
know.
asked me that, yeah, sorry.
I came and I started climbing the wall, and I enjoyed the view so much that I climbed back down and stood here watching the beautiful trees in the center. And the next thing I knew, I was here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt
the-
comfortable being lost in the woods. My feet started to take root, and here I've been.
Oh, yeah.
Staring
Fuck,
at the
they're saying
same
if you get
beautiful
lost
view.
in the woods.
No, it's a tree.
We're gonna turn into Stalfos.
No,
The, Those
School
birch
kids.
trees in the middle, those are the ones you like?
Yes, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
They're pretty nice trees.
Did you watch us sleep in the middle of them for like 8
Sexually
hours?
attracted to the birch trees.
I don't think that I've been watching anything for a while until you
Gives him a
awoken
woody.
me.
What's your name?
Yeah,
Oh, it
sorry
feels so
about
nice.
that.
Can someone scratch my bark?
What's your name?
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
scratch the
yeah.
shit out of his bark.
Don't touch his bark.
What's your
Why
name?
not?
Tree.
It's not.
And tree.
I just wouldn't.
My name.
Ra, can I have my mum?
I did have a name. I'm from somewhere. But I don't
Scratch me with
remember.
your dick.
Maybe you can name me.
Tug your initials
Sure.
into it.
Oh,
Deku tree.
I don't know any names.
Do you know any jokes? I haven't heard one in so long.
I'm not really good at this.
Knock knock.
So you'll never guess what kills a wizard.
What?
Slight misfortune.
The tree starts like shaking.
Aw,
You kind of see the top of it shaking. All the leaves kind of like rustling. Like an apple falls down to the ground,
Like-
lands at your feet.
I'm gonna pick up that apple.
Oh, hungry. Oh, young one, thank you. Please, stay and join me. Tell more jokes.
We're trying
I gotta
to
go,
actually-
man. Can't.
Would you like an apple?
No thanks. I don't eat fruit, just milk
You have any
Milk.
and dragon.
Well, I don't think I've ever been able to provide milk.
Well, I bet.
For
Would
you,
you have like
maybe,
maple
I guess.
syrup?
Clearly
That
he's not
should be
Roman.
bomb.
Or sap.
Yeah, maybe some sap or some syrup or some. That sounds
Or
good.
some syrup.
Or some sap.
Give me some
Sap.
concentrated
Hold on.
sap.
You
You see
can
the
bleed
tree
for us.
like shaking again. It's just like shaking a piece of bark, like
Collect it.
kind of like pops out and
Is
hits you in the face, bro.
Hey guys, my water skin is full of unicorn water. If anybody else wants to.
This sort of flesh of the
Put
tree
this
is revealed, and he's
sap
like, "Ooh,
juice.
ow!" That
I've got a
I would
poisoner's
really
kit.
pour some
Here,
unicorn
if you would
water
like to
on
take
this
some
tree.
sap, and you see this sort of like amber sap sort of running out
Yes.
of it.
Can I
Alright.
check my poisoner's kit to see if there's vials and there should be vials and things like that that
You
could.
should have stopper
Check it.
bottles.
Yeah, just
We should
At
all
least
have like one. We should
empty
all have
bottle.
one.
Dude, I got like 10 stopper balls full of random shit. I
Should
can
we-
just dump
You
that
dumped
shit
some
out.
out
Just
already
dump
with the
one
kid.
out. Oh
I
yeah,
have
you
a
and the
belt
kid played
pouch.
with
A
it.
Yeah.
lot of you should
Give
have
vials.
vials.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, I
one
know that
empty
you guys
vial.
have used vials, like,
Well,
and bottles.
Yeah, so,
alright,
like,
I'll
if
definitely
we-
have one.
Yeah.
Mostly Ash though.
So whatever you want to collect it up with.
Well,
Alright,
Oh
so
yeah,
I
you
pulled
have
out
Ash's
my empty
inventory in your
bottles.
pocket.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Alright, I pulled out one of my empty
You have
bottles
my,
from like
my
the
poison
potions.
too. The,
And my
The
axe.
psychedelic
yeah,
poison.
yeah, the psychedelic stuff. The
I have
Right.
some
poison.
arrows.
That's the best stuff.
But it apparently doesn't matter because it have to shoot someone in the mouth.
So I pulled out one of my empty
Or slip it into the
If
food.
only the rogue with
Potion
high
bottles.
stealth and sleight of hand
and
could
I'm
somehow
collecting the amber.
put it in someone's drink.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Raw's got
With the
juice.
arrow.
Don't listen to Baldur.
Oh, young lady, would you like to collect my sap?
With your permission.
Of course, I have no use for it.
We have like
And I have some in my empty
we have
potion
like
bottles.
another
Beautiful
tree
cork
friend. Who's really sad.
So good.
That's sad.
I'm gonna
I
scratch
wish
his
I had
bark
myself
while
a
I
tree
fill up.
friend.
Are none of these
Right?
guys your friends over here?
I don't think
He
so.
wants his bark scratched.
My
I'm
memory
gonna
is
tickle his
fake.
bark while I collect the
I
sap.
don't remember exactly how I got
You
here,
name
but
this this
I remember
tree
coming here.
Weinstein or
I'm gonna
Louis
try and
C.K.
wake up that other tree.
can you name me first?
Oh,
I think his name
Wine
should.
Street.
Weinstein.
Henry
think his
Wine
name-
Street.
Dragonborn, that's what you are.
yes.
Yes, I'm
think his-
remembering now.
I think his
You like my
name should be
scale?
Steven.
I may have been a dragonborn
Steven.
once.
Steven
Oh,
is
See,
his
that's what I'm
name.
saying. He got lost in the woods,
I think-
and now he's a
Can
fucking
we call
tree.
you Steven?
Maybe he was always a
I would like the dragonborn to name me
Oh,
for some
shit.
reason.
Oh,
Henry Wine Street.
Oh,
You
Henry
said
Wine
you,
Street.
you said you used to be a dragonborn.
Indeed.
Oh.
think of some dragon names.
I think, if I remember correctly.
Zelda, I can help you there.
Alright, I think I'm gonna name you Nectarine.
Nectarine.
So beautiful. What is it?
It's a fruit.
It grows on trees.
It's a stone fruit, you tree.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can have a fruit name like me. My name's Banana.
Banana.
Dragon Ball Z
Nectarine
naming
named
convention.
banana. It sounds like such a
Pickle.
round fruit.
Dragonborns are named after fruits.
Well rounded like you.
Oh, thank you. That's
The
so
banana.
nice. Yeah,
Thanks,
you're
Banana.
sweet.
I'm telling you, the creepy tree thinks you're voluptuous is what he's trying to
Oh.
say.
You guys see some of the branches kind of like hang down in front of you, and you see like apples hanging off the tree and the fruit.
He's like, please stay for a little bit. Eat my fruit.
I really
I already
don't
picked up that other apple. I'm
I'm-
just gonna take a bite.
I'm
That's.
suspicious of the
It's weird how all of a
I'm
sudden
gonna
you're
use a reaction to
suspicious.
smack the apple out of his hand when he goes to try and take a bite of it.
I'm a little suspicious of the apples because he's
He's
like,
always the first one to fucking eat the poison.
Dexterity against your strength.
Alright.
I mean,
My
that doesn't
steadfast
seem like a
hand.
good deal, but
That's the way it is, I guess.
Yes.
9.
14.
Baldric
Yeah.
is distracted.
No
And
apple
you're about to
for you.
sink your teeth into it.
Don't fucking eat it, you'll turn into a tree.
It smelled really good though.
yeah, it does seem like that would maybe be the thing that happens. I'm a little suspicious of
Yeah, I
these.
don't really know about.
Magic tree
We're
people.
not really that hungry right
I once
now.
read a book
Thank you,
called
though.
Complacency of the Learned.
I can.
I believe him.
I feel no
It was about
ill
wizards,
will
and
towards
you know about
I'm just
those guys.
grateful that you
Anyway,
Can't be
gave
trusted.
me a
Don't eat
name,
fruit.
Alright.
Joke.
Meat only.
Meat
and
only.
people to talk to.
And milk. Things that come from meat.
Cool. Do you know any way out of here?
Well,
Can you see any openings?
He's
or
like, I
anything?
got lost here.
There's a well over there.
Now that you're so tall.
there is a well.
Well.
Do you know
well,
anything
well,
about
well.
the well?
I do not. I do. My sight is limited slightly to the right in front of me.
Mine too.
Why?
I wish I could help more with a way out, but one of these walls must have some sort of doorway. I remember there being doorways coming in and doorways going out.
Why don't you wake up
What to me?
this tree?
As you guys have been talking, the moon seems to have shifted back
To the
more
other
towards the
side.
central of the sky, moving sort of in the
Tell me
same
right
shape
now.
that it had
Alright.
before.
I'm gonna walk. I'll be right back.
But you should run the
Clementine.
fake. I can't even see the numbers.
Nectarine.
Whatever.
Nectarine.
I'm
We'll
gonna
remember.
I'm gonna walk along the edge of the wall and kind of look, just do the loop.
Alright, make a Constitution saving throw.
There's a tree.
What the hell's the Constitution?
Just use your constitution bonus on the d20.
Much better than last time.
Where is it? Okay.
go ahead and were you walking along the wall that the tree is on?
Maybe this side. I'm gonna like leave the tree and kind of walk around the edge,
Okay.
the outer wall.
Yeah.
And I was heading over to the well. Do I need to roll something?
Yeah. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
It was not great. 5.
As you attempt to move your feet, you notice that you've started to grow roots.
Well,
and
that's not good.
You can't move from the place
Is that
you're
because
in
you
at
bit the
moment.
apple?
You didn't bite it.
Yeah, I tried.
I stopped him.
Oh, this isn't good. Baldric.
Luckily, we're rested.
You were going. Which
Yeah,
wall were you
luckily
going
we
along?
already
The
spent
one
8
that you're
hours
facing?
here.
The side wall.
Yeah, over here.
This
Okay.
wall is bad.
As you go along the side wall, you see the same thing, like a lot of barren wall, like 200 feet. There's a metal grate
Why don't we just start walking back the way we came?
where the river is flowing out. It's like this huge steel grate that seems to be the width of the wall and sinking down into the ground.
Okay.
I mean, you already know.
Hey
what
guys,
you're
there's
gonna
a
do here.
grate
It's
over
perfectly
here. Maybe
reasonable
we
to say
could
fuck off
pull
as
it
soon as
off
people
and
start turning
get
out
out this
I'm
way.
gonna go.
Right, it's
I'm gonna
like,
go
yeah.
towards banana.
Make a Constitution saving
God
throw.
damn it. 14.
Const.
You
Where's
good.
Constitution?
Fifth one down,
Third.
maybe? Oh, my bad.
Third?
Yeah, I was
Oh.
guess.
So plus
Nice.
3. 14, 15, 16.
As you 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
17.
As you pass over, are you checking all the walls, or you're just going over to banana?
I'm just gonna go over
Yep.
my banana and be like, yo, what's going on there?
Sorry, people don't have to
What's going on?
I'm gonna be like, yo, there's a grate. You can maybe pull it off and get out.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna like look over here.
And the tree's like, wait, come back. Oh. Alright. I'm sorry, I know I'm not much of an audience, but thank you, the rest of you, for staying here.
I don't know if I have a choice. I seem to be glued to the ground.
So
Oh dear.
we're gonna start going back the way we came.
Make Constitution saving throws.
He can stay and hang out with me.
But what's your...
I added it. And
That was
13.
Yeah, you guys also try and move, but also see that you've started to grow roots.
God damn it, we need Ian.
Summon
Just
Druid.
Ian.
Have a nice adventure, guys!
Does anyone have more jokes for me?
Mark?
Anything?
You guys gonna let
I'm
us
glad
know?
you guys are staying.
You guys gonna let us know that you're stuck right now?
Yeah.
Would anyone like an apple?
Heyo!
Is there something wrong? The conversation
I
seems to have taken an awkward turn.
Cannot
Yeah, I seem to be stuck.
get off the ground. I got the sap.
Oh dear!
Yeah, light it on
Your
fire
feet.
and throw it at him. Oh, sorry. What?
Please! Eat my fruits!
throw fire at it.
Release yourself!
I say give it a try. Somebody.
I'm gonna
give
eat
it
the
a
apple.
Alright, you pick up the apple that's next to you that Malarkey had taken out of your hands. And when you bite into it, like, the juices sort of like run down your mouth.
Is it delicious at least?
It's so delicious.
Awesome.
And
These
as you
apples are
bite,
really good.
as you
These
bite into
Dragonborn
it,
apples. Dang.
the juice is sort of like a sort of reddish color rather than the whitish that you have. You see the tree kind of cringe a little bit, like, oh, and it shakes a little bit, and it's like the juice goes and hits the ground, like the roots start to dissolve away from your feet. He's like, oh, please don't do that again. I had no idea. Please, no more bites of the apple.
Well, that was weird.
Did it?
The
Did it?
roots dissipate from your feet.
Run away, dude.
Everybody
Or
eat
give
the
them-
apples. Everybody eat the
Please,
apples.
nobody.
I'm gonna get over to Wyla and try
I
to
saw
help
that.
her free.
I'm gonna fucking...
Oh Lord, please, no, no! No!
Are you taking it?
Yeah.
Oh! Ooh! Ooh!
Sorry, bitch.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Wait, come back! I
Um,
haven't seen anyone in
Might be
so
time to go Harvey Weintrie's a masochist. Oh god, it hurts so bad. Please stop doing that. Oh.
run away! I don't know what Pokey's up to.
Out of there, Pokey.
Pokey has been investigating the wall that you guys came in from. He's over there and looks very confused.
This
He's like
wall?
sort of patting at the places where you guys where there were
I want to join him.
holes, doors, moving around.
You're just not moving.
I know, but now Pokey's got my
I
interest.
got you. Are
As
you
you walk
moving
over to
with us?
Pokey,
Yeah, I'm
he kind of
walking
like
over
slumps
to
back,
Pokey.
drops his shoulders, and is like,
Come with us.
What are you looking at? What do you see?
I was gonna check the well first.
Right,
Well,
fucking
well.
A.
Guys,
Oh,
this is great though.
I think. I mean, all
I
the
know, it's
traces
great.
that I left for us to come in here, they're gone. We can't find them.
You left like
Breadcrumbs.
to get back?
I mean, I'm a hunter. I left my mark everywhere I went.
Breadcrumbs?
No,
You should invest
broke-
in shiny
broken
rocks.
twigs. I tied little pieces of red cloth around some of the trees that we passed. Left
And
some
they're
markings
gone.
in the ground.
Tied
with
it on the
stones,
trees?
And they're gone.
They're gone.
Oh,
The doors
yeah.
are gone.
For us
Oh,
to
I
get
know.
back.
Yeah, the living trees might have affected where those ribbons might be right now.
I've got an inkling we kind of fucked ourselves.
Man.
Yo, let's pull this grate off.
I got a feeling we might
I'm
be
down,
in the
alright.
Feywild.
I'll do it.
Yep.
We're in the what?
I
Feywild?
got a feeling we're in the Feywild.
Why don't you just wander into a different plane?
We need to be in the Feywild.
With style. Or
Okay.
you
Where-
find a shitload of minotaurs and
We
some
need to
kind
go
of
to-
fucked up
I wouldn't
maze.
say you wander into the Feywild, more like the Feywild wanders into you.
Okay,
That does
so we
sound
have
good.
two options, you guys.
Sealy Court time.
We have the grate or the well.
Or
I'm gonna holler down the well
we get
Hello.
lost and die.
and then wave.
All right.
it
I'm
goes,
going.
hello, hello.
I'm gonna try and lift that.
Are you
grate.
above the well?
Yes.
As you
Dexter.
as you say hello, you sort of hear what sounds like musical notes coming back out at you.
Oh shit, dude.
Well,
let's
that's
go down
cool. This is
The
a
unicorn,
musical
you didn't
whale.
live that fantasy of the first fucking. Remember that hallway that had music? You're like, we should go down this one, and then we didn't go down that one. We went down the Minotaur door.
there. Yep. I do remember. Alright. What you got over there, Baldric?
A musical well.
Sick. I'm gonna go down.
whoa.
I'm going down the well.
All right. I'm gonna follow because I was gonna pull that grate down, but if
Thankfully, there's a
Couldn't
handy.
hear
You
the
could still
music
There's a
over
handy
the
dandy
so
rope for you guys to climb down.
Yeah,
with.
you're welcome.
Oh, nice. There's already a rope here. That's cool.
so you're going down the well.
I'm going to, maybe
If you
fix that
put it
knot
there.
a little bit.
You're all going down the well?
I'm gonna fix the knot before I climb down.
You're gonna use Wyla's arrow.
Yeah.
I
the-
shot myself back
the
out.
grappling hook.
Grappling.
And-
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just climb down that.
Okay.
It'll hold ya.
Yeah, so you grab onto the rope and you kind of a little bit
Tell us
scale
what
burn
you
on the
see
way
down there.
When you get to the bottom,
Yeah.
again, it's very spacious. About knee level and down from the well is where it looks like the river used to run through before it stopped reaching that level. It's not even wet; it's all dried up. When you get down on are you gonna investigate it?
Yeah, I'm gonna light a torch and then check it out.
Okay, yeah. When you light a torch and you get down on your hands and knees, you see this crawl space that's slightly above your head, and just like out into the vastness, you see like dark dirt, some rocks lying around in this sort of like natural direction. It starts to hit walls in this natural direction where like it looks like a river may have flown.
There's like an old riverbed down here, you guys. You might be able to get out.
Jake.
Echo,
Send me a
echo, echo.
I think I responded to it unless you sent me another one.
All right.
Yeah, so I sent it to you personally instead
Alright.
of in the open channel where everyone can
Nothing
see.
Oh,
terrible
Jesus.
happened. I don't know what you're doing.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
realize I was in there.
what instrument?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I was like,
Damn it.
I'm gonna be like, yo guys, we're
Listen,
gonna go
sometimes,
down
Oh, well.
this well.
sometimes you accidentally play with your cards face up. That's
Yep.
okay.
All right.
Alright, so is
I'm
everyone going down to the
all in.
well?
I'm gonna go down the well.
Sure,
Sure.
fuck it, why not? Already been down there, it was boring, let's go again. Fuck it. Maybe this time it'll be more interesting.
I heard it was nice
You guys
and
get down.
spacious.
Is your torch still going? Okay. The
I
torch
have
going,
dark
you hear,
vision, so-
in the direction in front of you that seems to be cascading forward into darkness, you hear like lightly the sounds of a viola or viol.
Yeah. Veal, vial,
Isn't it real?
View.
veal, I
He
believe.
plays a baby
Um,
deer.
I imagine you guys are all
Veal,
going
very
forward.
tasty.
What?
I imagine you guys are all going forward.
Yes.
Baby cow.
I proceed
imagine so.
forward.
Yes.
This is
All right,
like
so you're
glorious
crawling on all
music.
fours, just rocks and dirt beneath you. sort
Is
of
it, like,
like
small?
cave-like environment.
Yeah, it's a
My
crawl space.
Real life
He
nightmare.
said
Just
it's
like
a crawl
close.
space.
How
as
low?
you're
Because I'm
crawling.
a dwarf.
I'm not a fan of.
Do I still got a hunch down?
You're
I'm a
you
little
may be
claustrophobic,
short,
so-
Yeah.
I'm not
but
super
you're not
claustrophobic,
that
but, like,
short.
No, I'm
This is-
5 feet tall.
This is about
Because I'm
yeah,
tall
knee
for a
high.
dwarf.
And the
Yeah.
cave
And you're
now.
still big, and you still have armor on.
Yeah.
And as you guys crawl along, like sort of in a single file line with Raw in the front, like there's dirt and rocks falling as you
Wait,
hit
bananas.
Raw's in the front.
Bananas in the front. Right?
I'm in the front. With
Oh,
the
bananas in the
Yeah.
front. Okay, sorry, following Raw.
Thankfully, now with only 1 point of
Perception.
intelligence.
As you get closer and closer to the sound that you're looking for, you pop up in this sort of narrow hallway, and at the end, you see a couple of like torches in the wall, and you see a figure standing there that is apparently like a blue, purplish tiefling that's holding an instrument and plucking along, leaning against the wall, not in the room itself, but sort of staring at the room, specifically the floor inside the room.
Hey,
No wave.
Oh, are you all here now?
we're coming.
We're all coming
Everyone
in, yeah.
crawled out and
Oh.
came up from this,
Oh,
this
hello.
desolated.
Wasn't
How's
expecting to
life?
find anybody.
A bunch of
down
pretty
here.
people and a dwarf.
Wow.
Hey, howdy.
What is happening down here?
Nothing against them. Just
Sure, people have no reason to.
I would never say that.
Alright, what is going on down here? I was not expecting to
What
find
is
anything.
Do you live
my
in the
dude.
well? In the bottom of a well?
That's a weird thing to ask a person.
We found you in the bottom of a well.
Okay,
I found you in the bottom of, I guess, a well, if that's where you came from. So, do you live in the bottom of the well?
No, we're trying to.
We're
We
just
live at the
visiting.
top of a well,
Yeah.
and we were wondering why you were at the bottom of it.
I do find that at the top of wells, there's a much better place to live than at the bottom of them.
I
You
would
would
agree,
think that, but
which
at
begs
the
the
top
question.
of this well is a handsy talking tree and a demon lord.
I think I might have seen that.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, I
wasn't.
didn't see all of it. I mean, like I'm
Wasn't
trying
great.
to. There's some things I'm looking for down here. I was just kind of collecting myself. Heard some noise up there. Didn't really want to find out what it was because there's some weird
Probably
shit
a good
around,
idea.
Yeah, good call. Why are you looking at this room?
but I'm not looking at this room. I'm hanging out in this room and playing music.
Is there
Slight difference.
anything cool in this room?
I mean, not until you all
Do you
show
know
up.
Wonderwall?
Awesome.
My little buddy, I'm gonna
Anyways.
pinch Baldrick's cheek. Not until you showed up, little man. And then things got a lot better.
Aw. I like him.
As you guys are talking, you see in front of you.
And now we're
I'm
gonna
gonna go
die.
grab another centaur. It's a centaur.
I've been hanging out with this one. He's not bad. His name's Charlie.
Charlie the Horseman?
Really, the
Hi,
unicorn?
Charlie. Oh, yeah, we saw a unicorn too. That
Not
didn't go
named
well.
Charlie.
Could have been
Not as
Charlie.
cynical as
Should've
been
Charlie.
Charlie.
Not the Banana King, but
Oh, my fucking kidneys. Oh, what the hell did you do?
maybe his name is Charlie.
I'm gonna get it out, Charlie. Get it out.
Oh no, word puzzle.
No.
EFBGA,
What
DC.
Look at that, an instrument player.
Works for me.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G?
A, B, C.
That's a weird arrangement.
Or are we just in this like narrow passage?
Okay.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
in the room. That's why I was asking you why you were looking at it.
Yeah, you're leaning.
Collecting my thoughts.
You're leaning against this wall, looking
Yeah.
inside. I also sent you messages on the right avenue this time.
Interesting that your laptop goes bloop 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 when you get a message in a chat, but not in a
Yeah,
DM.
yeah, not privately.
Yeah, right?
Seems to be the opposite of what one would normally have their settings set to.
I mean, yeah. So kind of caught word on the street there might be something of interest to me here. I kind of got to this place, and now I'm kind of stuck because I kind of came from where you guys came from, kind of. I think.
Do you know the
Above
unicorn?
ground.
It didn't want to talk to me.
It's not gonna
Well, it
talk to
doesn't
anybody
talk,
now.
it's a horse. So
I don't know. I've
it mind talks.
Is it a horse? Because you pulled a human skull out of it.
You know, that's
It has a horse.
it's a form of
whole skull?
communication. One would,
Is that
one
not
would
a normal
say that
horse
could be
skull?
interpreted as communication.
I don't know.
And
horse
communication
things.
would be synonymous with talking, I think. That's just personal
That'd be a
opinion.
rough approximation of synonymation, don't you
I mean, I
think?
feel like it's semantics at this point.
Here goes charisma.
What is
up,
it?
I knew.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I saw a pretty marvelous statue there. And then, you know, whatever.
Good old titanium.
Things got weird. I came down here and found what I was looking for, but
You didn't
haven't
find
necessarily progressed.
You didn't find a small
What were you
child
looking
running
for?
around, did you?
Yeah, we're looking for a small child.
You guys ask weird questions.
I'm not really looking for
We
a
do
small
lots of weird
child.
stuff too.
Why do you? I mean, I'm
You
just.
want some
I
apple?
don't know.
We adopted it.
Yeah.
We
Out
adopted
of
it.
curiosity,
Yeah,
why
but
would you be in the
keep cutting anything.
Feywild asking strangers about little children?
We
Well, I heard
adopted
the
a
Feywild
child.
finds you.
We adopted a child
I
and
heard that the
she's
Feywild
missing.
likes children.
That's technically not how it works, and maybe.
It was
I don't
this
know.
time.
I don't know what the entirety of the Feywild's opinion is on entities of that stature.
Either way, we adopted a child and she's missing now. We are looking for her.
What exactly made you think that she would be in the bottom of a well?
I don't know.
She was
Sounds
with
like a
us.
place
She
to
was
start.
with us above the well, and now she is
And
missing.
then
Oh,
she kind of
yeah, hey,
flipped out of existence.
Little shits just run
so-
all over the place, right?
Yep,
I
that's
mean,
right.
hard to keep track of them.
You never know when a kid's gonna fall down a well.
All right.
All you
Well,
can do is keep a good dog around.
haven't seen any children.
What is your name, by the way?
Last question we're gonna ask you.
I'll
Just
tell you my
after
name.
all these questions, I figure you know.
I'm
what's your
pretty
name?
sure. I'm pretty sure I know your names.
Yes, but what's your name?
How would you know our names?
Wait, you know our names? I mean, I guess we're kind of.
They've been
famous.
Banana's the only one.
They've been
Yeah.
listening
Well, we are
to what's been going on apparently. So
No,
We're
I
a
mean,
little group you might know called the Masked People.
the masked people. Yeah,
Order of the
that's,
Mask?
that's what I heard. That's what I heard. You are the masked people.
I'm
But-
still wearing my mask, by the way, so I probably look
Yeah.
hella
Yeah,
crazy.
pretty.
The masked
You look
person and
hella
her
crazy.
friend.
But what is your
I'm sure.
name?
So I'm sure. Let's play a little game. Who's the most famous bard? You know.
You know Bob Dylan?
Brittany.
Brittany
Has
it's
been.
Brittany, bitch.
Has been. Like, listen, 100 years ago he was a big thing, but I mean that's long come and gone, man.
Yeah, you can't beat the classics.
I mean, don't get me wrong, classic, yes, but
Jeffrey.
guy's kind of aged out, you know. He hasn't really made anything worth listening to in 70, 80 years.
Are
Sometimes.
you the most famous
Jeffrey.
bard? Is this what you're getting at here?
I don't know about that. I was just gonna see if you knew my name off the top of your head if I asked. It'd be nice.
Sorry, I don't. I am an adventuring
I hate
barbarian.
music.
I hate
Maybe I'll change my mind. Jayen Strauss.
What?
Jayen Strauss.
Giant Strauss.
Giant
Ja-
Strauss.
Jayen Strauss. There you go.
Jayen.
Break it down. Ja. Like the big one you got.
Sniffs.
Yeah. It's all right.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you've got a lot of things on your mind,
Yeah. I do.
like finding a little girl.
Finding a little girl, getting an eye back. Not
Where'd
dying.
you lose it?
In the
Inside
Feywild.
Inside a tree monster.
In China, Shaolin Mound. In China.
I'm not so sure you just
Deep in
find
China,
it,
sure,
unless
why
you
not?
actually just want to find your eye.
Or an eye, or like some magical.
An eye?
Maybe she'll take yours.
Yeah, maybe.
Rather not lose an eye.
It doesn't seem pleasant.
You don't seem. You seem impartial.
I mean,
I'd rather not.
You guys want to do me a favor, and maybe I'll do you a favor?
Maybe.
How's that?
We're all like,
Let's work
maybe.
this shit out, because I honestly suspect we're not going anywhere until we do.
Sure. It's
Yeah.
I
a
am
word
going
puzzle.
to sleight of hand put on my mask that allows me to make someone tell me the truth.
Why do you need a sleight of hand put on a mask?
Because I don't know, I want to be
He
sneaky
can
about
watch
it.
you put
I
it
don't
on.
You want
care.
to slightly put on your mask? Just kind of back there, like.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm gonna like
Emotion.
jump out and ask him, "What are you trying to find?"
No lies.
Okay.
No lies.
Out of curiosity, does that compel me to tell you the truth, or does it just make me answer truthfully
Yeah,
if
what
I
does
do?
it do?
Where is it?
Specifically.
I'm just curious. I'm not necessarily like.
Where's the cat?
Like Zone of Truth, you have the option not to answer.
Yeah. A lot of
You
things.
can be.
Oh, was
I bet
Caging.
it was Mask of the Boar.
You can dance if you want to. That's mine.
Leave your friends.
It's a homebrew item.
I
It's
left
probably
it.
not. Well, you might be able to find it online.
Because I left it.
Where the fuck would I have put it?
I lost mine a long time
I
ago.
have the bear mask. That's just my normal face.
Mine was an ocelot, but I'll look it up. Remember anything about it.
I'm not sure you.
Sorry.
At this point, I imagine she's struggling to put the mask on stealthily
Oh,
because she's.
boo.
Keeps getting caught in her
It
hair.
won't matter if I'm compelled to answer or not. I'll still have to answer. It doesn't matter if you did it smoothly.
And that's also true.
I don't think.
Is
it
your
was
friend
the boar
okay?
mask.
It definitely.
Excuse me, is your friend continuing to do this? She having problems with her mask?
Usually she's.
I
A lot
like
sneakier.
once per day I can detect
I
one
have-
lie or truth per day.
Oh, you can detect a lie or truth, but not make someone tell the truth. You can
Okay,
tell if they're
right.
lying.
Okay,
that makes
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
more
Sorry,
sense.
sorry.
That would be a way powerful mask if you could just make someone say.
Right?
truth.
That'd be more powerful than Zone of
That's what
Truth.
she used on Geralt of Rivia.
Aaron Gray.
Yeah, but she detected that he was telling the truth.
It's like-
She used it to see if he was lying or telling the truth.
Right,
and she found
right.
he was telling the truth.
So are you
About his daughter.
having trouble with your mask?
No, my mask is on, but I do have a question for you.
It's just you were like shuffling to get it on. I don't know. It just seemed like you were having a little bit of trouble with
This
it.
guy's sick.
I can make you feel better about it.
Well, then it's pointless. I didn't even know what my own mask did, so that sucks.
It's
Alright,
okay.
Cool.
Sometimes people kind of get caught adrift.
So what
in
are you
that.
looking
Yo, if you
for?
want help with your little dungeon, your little treasure hunting, then you better be
Sassy bro.
nicer.
I don't feel like I'm being rude. I was inquiring about the trouble
Just,
you were having
keep
with your
your
mask.
silver tongue to yourself when it matters.
I mean, I can go back to just strumming on my viol if that's okay with you. I just figured it'd be best for us to work this thing out together, and
What thing
Are you
we
giving it
working
a
out?
strum?
yeah, I've just been like lightly playing with it this entire time.
You guys have noticed while he's lightly been playing with it,
New
the
detail.
different letters on. So you look inside the room, and those of you that can see it, the walls are. I really should count these squares ahead of time.
How do you spell your name?
Yeah.
JAA.
It's a 25 by 25 room, 25 by 25 foot room, and in the center of it are
YIN.
these letters.
Then Strauss.
carved out. They look
STRAUSS.
extremely old, but they are in common. And as he's been plucking away at his instrument, they've been lighting up in various stages.
Interesting.
I was looking at how there was no H. So, looks like you gotta play the right notes at the
I
right
mean, it's,
time.
yeah, musical notes, but like
Do you know
actually
Wonderwall?
getting things right. Please, I would not touch Wonderwall. Alright?
Good news.
It's pop trash. Alright? I'm better than that. I'm well above
I
that.
think I do like this guy.
Maybe.
Oh, you're gonna be the one that saves me.
We don't want to get flagged or whatever.
Oh, that would just be so
Getting
terrible.
flagged for
Oh,
Wonderwall.
That'd be
I
kind of
feel gross already.
What?
I think we're protected under parody on that one.
No, I was actually trying. Just
So,
like my
I mean,
real
are we
singing
working
voice.
together? Or
Yeah.
What
let's
do
do it.
you want?
I already
Like, how
told
can
you
we?
what I want.
How can we?
I,
How can we assist you?
I mean, look,
I don't have an
I'm trying
instrument.
to work out what this like little mystery here is, other than the fact that it's clearly activated by musical notes.
What's activated though? Like,
It's partially what I'm working out.
What is a music note? Is that like? Sorry, hang on. Is this?
Music.
That would be a note with words on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is it like one of these but with music on it?
It's what you hear when I go like this. That's a note. It's a note. It's a musical note,
All I
not a
did
note.
was hear you do this and go.
Yeah, that's a note too.
That's a note?
Yeah, they're all notes.
Is everything a note?
In your imagination. Yes. And, which I'm sure is gorgeous, by the way.
It's all tentacles up there.
Listen, that can be pretty. You know, honestly, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and
Oh,
your
man.
case,
Beholders have a lot of
beholder.
tentacles.
and
And a lot of eyes.
tentacles can be quite beauty to behold. Sometimes arousing, if that's your thing. It's just, you know, it's what you're into. I'm not gonna
If
put you
that's
down.
what you're into.
So yeah, I am just. I heard there was a thing here of magical make that I could make use of. So I'm here.
Is it
In the
another
well?
violin
I don't know
or viola? Or
what
viola?
exactly it is per se, but I've heard it is of musical nature. Yes.
Alright.
Maybe if you do it in the alphabet.
I've tried that. I'm pretty sure. Unless like don't get me wrong. I've been out here for a little bit. So you know maybe I've lost a bit of my sanity in the mix, but you know.
Oh, we
Is
don't have a
it-
lot going on in that department either, so.
So I'll turn to focus on, you know, the room itself. Is there anything that I've inquired while just hanging out in terms of clues or suggestions for what this might do, depending on what notes I'm playing?
Just like picked up like work strong or something.
Yeah, it seems that every time that you've played a note on a major scale or a major chord, certain notes have lit up correlating the note or chord that you're playing.
How long do they stay lit? And does one lighting up trigger any of the other things around it? Or
Nothing's triggered at all because you've been outside the room.
Okay.
So should we go in there?
I mean, eventually, I'm trying to figure out as much as I can before I go in because, you know,
Alright,
these
well,
things
I'm gonna go
tend to
check
be
it out.
fucked.
Someone should check
Step
for
into the room.
traps.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Someone
Where
can
are you-
Yeah, I'll let you know when I learn detect magic.
Can I react
where are
and
you
hold
stepping?
him?
Where am I
Someone
stepping?
should
I'm
look
stepping to
for
the left of
traps.
the entrance.
I am quite happy
and
for someone to go
hugging
into
the
room.
wall.
Hugging the wall?
At least
Yeah, I
have
want
all
a
the
good
spells
vantage
back.
point for the whole thing.
You didn't die.
Yeah.
That's one round.
How high are the ceilings in the room that we're in?
It's actually like a cube.
No,
So
the
it's
hallway
25
there.
No,
by
no, in the
25
hallway
by
that we're in.
25.
In the hallway that we're in. Like,
Oh, not very high. About as high as the cube, the height of the cube.
okay.
It's at 25 by 25 by 25.
That's still
So
pretty
it's
high.
all
High
Yeah,
ceilings.
pretty high.
Yeah.
I was gonna play a joke.
It's only 3 stories.
I was gonna play a joke, but it won't work. So yeah, man, you see anything in there? Anything interesting?
I mean, it is a cube.
Yeah, you didn't trigger anything. That's good. Right?
Not that I know of, but you know what? You'd probably know first.
Would I? I'm outside of the room. I guess yeah. I'll go ahead and poke my head in. Fuck it. I'm gonna investigate or perceive to see if I can see anything that might be dangerous to step on or activate.
Okay.
He's gonna step right in the middle of the room.
Jesus. It's
15.
in front of us.
Yeah, you notice that the notes themselves that have been lighting up in blue, they also are there's stonework that's slightly elevated. And looking around the room, there's sort of a it's not well lit. I mean, it's dark. I don't know. Doesn't even have a light in there.
I've got dark vision. So.
I have
Oh, you have
double
dark
sight.
vision.
since
Well, with
my-
your dark vision, you see a very cubed out room.
Cubed out room.
Cubed out room.
Perfect cube, man.
Yeah, it's sort of the same brick structure that has been consistent throughout this entire oven temple.
Hey, Malarkey, hold your hand up. I'm gonna cast light cantrip on Malarkey's hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna conjure flame into the same hand to have an even
Yes.
brighter fire source.
All right. Yeah. So in your hand is sitting a bright whiteness, and every now and then there's like a little flicker of flame coming out from the top of it.
But you can make it any color though.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to fire color for obvious
Now
reasons.
there's a bright orange circle in your hand that is overwhelmingly bright with small little pieces of.
Now it just looks like a bad CGI fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like when someone like holds their flashlight on a campfire.
Effective.
So, malarkey. I heard that I know the elves. The elves. So that one's Wyla. And you're a dwarf, so you're Baldric.
Well,
She's the orc, so she's Ra. And the dragonborn, so Banana. Where's the other one? The He-Man.
yeah, he's
The He-Man died.
sort of dead. Let's just go with he's dead.
Yeah, he had some.
Those are two different answers. Just throwing that out there.
Yep.
Well, that's the
Sort
way.
of
Yes,
dead.
the answer to that is yes.
He's dead to us, and he's
yes,
sort of
yes,
dead.
yes, that it's two different answers.
Yes.
Also, yes.
Okay. Just
A third
Do you wanna
yes.
investigate
language
the
can be a
room while
very
they're all
interesting
talking?
thing.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
a
slowly
tricky-
weave in and out of everybody.
You good at figuring things out?
And now that I know that it's safe, just watch me work. Hush
I mean-
up.
Where are you going specifically?
Listen,
I just put you
I
there.
said, where are you going specifically?
I love it. I would love to just stand on the other
I
side.
presume
You're just gonna stand right here.
that someone with your talents is good at investigating
So you-
and figuring things out. I just want to say that now that you're here, I'm sure things will go a lot smoother.
So which part of them are you investigating?
And I'm going to go ahead and wink at you and give you a bardic inspiration. You can add a d8 to any rolls you want. You're welcome.
Awesome. Before you roll,
Neat.
and before you do your inspiration thing, what are you investigating? Are you investigating the letters? Are you investigating the walls? Are you investigating the ceiling? Like what are you investigating?
I understand.
Wyla, I would like to point out that the stone that has the runes on it that glow are slightly elevated, and it might be worth looking into those if there's any pressure points on those, something that we might want to stand on or activate.
Or not stand on, as our luck generally works.
Marble rooms do not bode well for our group.
Something to look at. You can add that d8 after you roll. You don't have to use it like immediately. You don't have to choose to use it before you make the d20. You can you can add it to any d20 that you roll after the fact.
Wow.
What are you investigating?
I would like to investigate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, the 7 runes that are raised slightly on the
Okay.
ground in front of me.
Alright.
Plus 6, 12.
Bardic inspiration can stack up with your
So wait, sorry, what's
your
12.
What
You
was
say
it?
7
with the
rooms?
bardic inspiration?
The guidance.
She says
Guidance,
7
yeah, it can stack
rooms
with
up
guidance.
there?
Neat.
7 rooms.
Might come in.
Room?
12 plus 6, 18.
18. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of lean down to investigate. You look at the runes that were lighting up. These letters that are slightly elevated. Are you on the right side of them or the left side? Of them?
I am on
Either.
his right.
Okay.
I'm on the
So
right.
as you go over,
Yes.
you notice the ground itself, like, has sort of like a broad stroke, like the brick on top of the letters and next to the letters is a little bit worn down. It looks like something heavy was moved back and forth across it.
I'm gonna share that information with Malarkey and what's his name? Yeah.
It's alright if you've forgotten my name. We just met. Some people are bad with names, I understand.
Not me. I'm gonna share that information with you. On
With who?
with the both of you. There's deep engravings
Sorry, forgot my name.
around around each of the raised runes on the ground that have coordinating
Which would
notes
suggest that
that
they
suggest-
shift or something, or perhaps something
or
has been
something
dragged
heavy
across them.
goes on top.
Yeah, maybe. I'm like right up in the front too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe someone used to put heavy stuff on a certain
Maybe it's a
collection
password.
of them.
Can I just
To
look
get
at the
through.
ceiling real quick to see if there's anything on the ceiling, just in case?
The ceiling itself seems to be.
Unremarkable.
Hang on, what letters are
I mean, it's
are all of them
it's
risen up?
25 by
All of
25
them
by
pressed?
25, so it's
Maybe
it's
a
it's up
password.
there, and you can see it in the light. There's nothing particularly special about it. You can't see details on
Yeah,
it.
I'm just curious.
I mean,
But they light up when he plays. Is that what you were telling us? Is
Alright.
they
Yeah,
light
yeah.
up
I mean,
and
they
I'm going
are attuned to.
I'm gonna walk
music notes.
around
C
the
major
letters
scale.
Okay.
and then kind of look at the back
Yes.
wall of the cube.
This side.
Which is
Yeah,
E
like
minor.
in front of the A, not on it.
I am in real life not a
Didn't
music
see that.
person, so
It's okay, whatever.
I cannot tell you what.
What is there? Like a door?
Yeah, on that back wall is. Are you standing? No, you avoided the letters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that is in front of you is just the brick is carved out, like those doors you've seen before that kind of seem to sink in, either go down or up. There's sort of like a very prominent seam going around. This doorway fit for what seems a normal humanoid size to pass in.
All right, what the hell? I'm gonna strum a note.
Of nay.
C
I'll
major
stand on it.
is an E
And, all right, yeah. Then I'll strum an A.
All right.
I'm gonna
chord.
get on the A.
An
when
A
it's
major and
All
a
right.
minor.
Strum
He strums he
Because that's what he was
strums
saying.
he strums an A major, right? That's what
Yep.
you said? Strums an A major. You step on top of it, and there's a sort of like clicking sound and a whirring sound, and
Good or bad?
drops 1,000 slugs on our head.
Chainsaw.
Out of the-
fall from the sky.
They're
Out of
off.
the-
It's just
out
a
of the-
bludgeoning damage.
so
That's good.
Ash teleports
If
back
you
in.
had stepped it on the.
Right here, here, and here.
3 blades come swinging out of the walls
Oh, sick.
across the thing, hitting
not
you, or possibly hitting you actually.
Indiana Jones.
Hitting who?
Nat 20.
Should
None of us would believe it.
It's worth it. Someone next to do it. I don't know.
Causing you 4 slashing damage as it these ropes attached to these big blades swing across.
Can I grab
And
it?
they you can attempt to. Yeah. Make a I guess that would be a
They grab a
fast
blade.
motion, so
Dude, a falling man
Oh,
has
like,
no handle.
Can I grab the rope?
acrobatics, yeah. Do an
I
acrobatics.
don't want to
check.
grab the blade. I
You
wanna
just
grab
got hit by the blade, but yeah.
That's fine.
Get back here.
Come back and die
What's
like
your
a bastard.
acrobatics bonus?
This
So
this could
bad.
be rough for me, not being a
7
music
total.
person in real life, but I'm pretty sure I've just figured out what this room is.
7.
I mean,
The
it's a
C
scale.
major scale?
Yeah, it's just
Huh?
a scale because it's the bars.
You
and
reach for the rope and you
isn't
almost
that
kind of
like
pluck it as all the blades swing
associated
over to
with,
the other side. The
uh,
wall
the-
seems
the
to
notes-
open up
the
in
notes
3
on the
slots,
bar when
and the
played
blades
chords.
swing back in and the wall shut.
Okay.
I can't
mean-
read sheet music.
Yes. But,
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how to read sheet music, but like I know that it.
But
could
an
look
A
like that.
major on a it would only be 2 lines.
Nope.
Yeah, that would.
So, Travis, am I right though? Because in real life, I don't know. How
Oh,
to
but
read
you're a
music.
bard.
Yeah, but so I can't say that. But in the game where I'm a bard, would that those swords be coming out in
That would
correspondence with a
yeah,
with
that-
a chord?
That would trigger a. That would definitely trigger a. For anyone proficient in what would that be?
Will it
Music.
be an A and F?
Yeah, a musical
Performance or a
instrument.
musical
Yeah.
instrument?
Performance.
I have an 11 in performance.
It'd be an
Everyone's proficiency in performance.
That would
It'd
be
be
you,
an
huh?
A and F and D.
22.
12 plus 8, 20.
You guys can both read sheet music.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
both.
man.
And
The
game
fuck's a
apparently.
no.
You both recall that A major has 3 sharps.
Yeah. Dude, play a C major. Or an A minor. I don't give a shit.
All right, sure.
Alright, I'm gonna get off the A and move against the wall. For now.
Okay.
C major note. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Alright, you play C major and the C lights up in blue.
Okay.
Someone want to hop on that then?
Yeah, sure, I'll fucking step on it.
It might hit me. We don't know if we're.
Alright, as you step on the C major, the rink, or the C like sinks into the ground and it is sort of shaking. This click, this rattling, and the door in front of you opens up.
Killed it.
There you go.
Alright,
Woo!
I'll go in first. I'm right there.
A major has 3
Alright.
sharps.
Yep. I'm running on along because I got shit I want in here.
Wow, that is such a bad pun puzzle.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's the only problem.
You guys
I'm
all
playing a
safely
character
move
that I am
ahead.
dog shit for information-wise in real life. Reasonably intelligent.
I
Can
guess you and
kinda play a
Malarkey might
wizard.
become flans.
You stand in this room and the
Hey,
centerpiece before
What
you.
What does
Funny.
this music mean?
The centerpiece before you looks like the centerpiece that you saw when you found that book. It's an encased, like totally dusted over piece of glass.
Check for traps, pull out a patch of sand,
Who has that
pour
other
out
book?
some of the sand.
Sweat.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.
Who took that other book?
I just want to point out that
Ash
Indiana
did and
Jones
put it in the
set
bag.
off that trap.
We
So-
have the
he has
we
it.
have the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he-
While,
Remember that
while
other
you
book?
two-
I have it back.
Oh, I guess you did. give it
They
to
had
me
the
in
manual
battle.
of gain.
I'm
They
sorry.
found the manual of gainful exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but that
Getting
was
them
what was.
gains.
That's what was under the other thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that instrument and observe. Check it
I'm
out.
getting ready for
check it out.
horrible things to happen.
All right. You take off the glass. You see this beautiful amber piece of woodwork of this stringed instrument that is
Still
sort of
instrument.
like a ball at the bottom and comes up with a long neck with 6 sort of black, like finely molded like ebony pegs at the top. It's got this sort of beautiful glow about it as you take the glass off. Some of the dust kind of settles in as the air goes away. It looks like it's been sealed in for so long. It's in the same sort of shape that the book was in, this perfect shape, untouched.
It's demonic.
unscathed.
It's like it's gorgeous, but I have no idea how to
You-
play it. I don't play pluck stringed instruments.
You recognize it immediately as the Macfermid Cittern.
Dope. Just what I was looking for.
Alright, before you touch
Yeah.
that, if it
He
possesses
already
you
is
and turns you
touching
into a
him.
demon, we're going to kill you.
Yeah, heads
And then
up.
bring you back, and
Sonora.
then almost die.
You guys say weird things, honestly. I mean, I kind of expected it.
Maybe
Most
you should
adventuring
write a
parties
song
are
about
real
it.
Weird. I'll be honest, there's better
I'd
things
like
write
to think
songs
that
about
we're
than
characters.
Weird questions.
Um,
Unless you're talking about all of you, in which case maybe. We'll see.
All of we?
These
Probably.
things that we say may or may not have contextual support.
Over the last 24 hours.
I'm sure they do, but to construe a narrative to make sense of it, it's
11.
got to be more, presentable than just like.
So my
Memes,
sleepiness
you
is
know.
like, yeah.
Appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I've got
every-
what I'm here for. I'm pretty sure that this passageway is gonna lead us right out. So you helped me, I helped you. We're all kosher now, right?
Yeah, man.
What do you know about the Unseelie Court?
More questions.
I mean,
We're
you
good,
need
right?
to know
Yeah,
like
sure.
I,
Let me
like
ask
more
you more.
specific than that, because
Nope,
like
that's
What do you
all
know
I know.
about the Sealy Court?
What do you know
you
about
guys
the
are just asking
fact
vague as
that
fuck
there
questions.
is a Sealy court and an unsealy court? How is that a
Are they
thing?
Aren't elves fucking weird? Like, we got the weird ears.
It's not even like that's
We
not,
got weird
that's like-
courtrooms full of like
that-
drow
well,
elves.
well,
I don't even know what the
for-
fuck that
for
is.
starters,
Those guys are assholes.
the unseelie and sealy courts are like elf adjacent, not necessarily elf. It's more like Feywild stuff, and that's not necessarily elvish. It's more like fairy type shit. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Fae's elves. What's the fucking difference?
Fays.
That's what I
Fairy.
said.
Right. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I
Fae,
haven't
Merriman,
put a lot of effort into knowing these
It's all
things. It's
two
a lot of
legs,
just like
usually.
literature, stories, poems, things that I. Why do you guys want to know about this?
We have to find him.
Yeah, we're just trying.
Magic
Who's
mark.
Honestly,
Has anyone taken
we
the
don't
instrument?
have
I
to
have,
find
yeah.
Oh,
it.
you already took
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Honestly, we don't have to find it. A unicorn wanted us to resurrect it, but honestly, it's a
Did
celestial
you guys
being
kill that
anyway.
unicorn?
Okay.
Look!
That's kind of weird.
No,
You
we
guys killed the
revived
unicorn.
it.
Well,
We
whoa,
helped
whoa,
it,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
and then
Where's the
we
instrument,
tore its
remember?
horn out.
Yeah.
But
It died, it got better,
I'll be
it
honest.
died.
Listen, I'm cool with
It
like morally
wanted
flexible
us.
people, but like
Yeah.
killing unicorns is kind of a big deal. Like,
That's
I
why
mean,
Ash is dead to
basically,
us.
Yeah,
it was-
so-
Yeah.
not
So
our
you-
bad, not our
is
bad.
this guy
Not
dead or
our bad.
alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes is not an answer.
One of those, and maybe the other.
And also maybe the other.
I mean, listen. I'd love to hear more about that because you guys are definitely like tiptoeing around something.
We're just
I mean, I feel like we're pretty up in front with our friend being dead
It
alive.
just sounds really weird, but that's pretty much
Dead
exactly
Alive
what's-
sounds
we
like
wanted-
a pretty metal song, by the
If we
way.
wanted to hide something from you, we would have never brought it up. But our friend is dead alive. He may have killed a unicorn.
Best zombie movie.
But it's alive and it wants us to resurrect it.
Wake me up inside.
Haven't had a
Okay.
custard in years.
I think we've been pretty clear.
I mean, I would love to hear more. I think the passageway is clear. I've been kind of fucking around out here for more than a little bit. I would love to go get shit-faced or fuck something. So, if
I
we
mean,
could just get...
some-
One of those
Something.
is my favorite thing.
One of those.
I mean, the vague answers are... I'm kind
Shit-faced
of
on milk.
cool with that. The vague answers are nice.
Yeah. Do you think we need to do anything to get out of here?
No, I'm pretty sure this passageway is open, right?
Yeah, when you took the instrument, the portal was
Yeah,
dropped
yeah, I'm
open.
pretty sure this passageway
Alright.
will lead us straight up
Let's go to our
So
tower,
where?
man.
to not
What are
the
we doing
Fae
anymore? Let's go to our tower.
Yeah,
that would be nice,
which way is
'cause
that?
This place is weird.
And then, well, listen, like, I found my way here. Pretty sure I found my way back. So, you know, I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty
Didn't
good
leave
about
breadcrumbs or ribbons or something dumb like that.
Yeah,
No,
Easily
it's
get
really
lost.
stupid to do that in the
Loki's
Fey
like-
Wild because honestly, this shit kind of gets weird. So, like, it would be, honestly, it'd be kind of foolish to trust something like that to work here.
Honestly,
yeah,
I
it's
agree.
Crazy. Yeah.
Boki's also giving you some sort of sharp side eye.
You know what?
What's
My
its
perception's so low, I don't even notice.
You look pretty sour, pussycat. You want a song?
You want a song?
You wanna like a little thing to make you feel better?
You know what? I love a song.
It's all leans back.
Play me something a pussy would like.
Play for the puss.
Still 15. Instead of singing anything, I'm gonna strum some notes and I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna scratch his chin and pinch his cheek again, but I'm gonna twist it a little bit just to aggravate him.
Oh my god, you still hated it.
In your rebirth.
I saw him
yeah.
side eyeing you, so
Team player already.
He's actually quite
And he doesn't even know who
pleased.
the team is.
He hears the song from your instrument, and the fur on his skin that has been tense and like hanging out just kind of like relaxes. For a moment, like he feels like this little like jolt of
13
ecstasy
ounces.
going through his body as like the tune that you're playing like waves across his mind, puts him in this moment of relaxation. His paws just kind of drop to his side, and for a moment, like he thinks back to his family. He thinks back to his wife before she was turned into a garden, and he recognizes the song that you're playing as the song that was played at the wedding, just outside of Midtown, in the forest where Gregor and his family was there. He hardly notices
I knew
you
it was
rubbing his
popular
chin,
for this place.
but when you do rub his chin, it kind of brings him back to the moment when he was about to kiss his newlywed wife.
If he
And
leans in to kiss me, I'm
when
gonna have to have a
when you pinch his
reaction.
cheek, it's almost like her hands themselves are touching them. He's brought back to this memory. And as you twist his cheek and sort of pain goes through his body, he gets thrown into this giant great hall, this cold great hall of like brown and brass and like sturdiness and just human soldiers just standing in force, waves of them to his left and right, going back behind the pillars, filling this hall and at the top of the hall. He sees Gregor standing above his sister as Gregor is pulling her body and the blood streaks across the floor. This large king in full plate mail with like huge bulging muscles, his black skin, his huge dreadlocks like falling out over the top of his outfit. The light in his eyes is sort of reddish blackish gleam like shooting out across the hall as he sees Gregor like pulling the body of Shay across the floor, just blood pouring out of her, waving his hand as some sort of like magic bubble encases them, like tears streaming out of his eyes. That's where we're gonna have deception.
About to say the Baxter's kind of weird, guys. Is he actually part of the crew?
Honestly, you could kill him and no one would say anything.
Well, I mean, he saved my life at this point.
Yeah.
And you can kill him and nobody would say anything.
You're alive now, so.